February 2020?
5 dick-shaped things.
Oh my god! No, I have so many wooden spatulas.
Of course you're gonna be of age, you bastard.
What the hell does that mean?
Horse cock, shut the door and turn the lock. It's your cock like Ron's cock. You will never hear me say his name.
Not 12, not 12, not 12.
Oh my god! You...
Thank you, Lakitu!
Just finished the race for us!
Lakitu wins!
Here's my really quick take, is it changes directions at least 5 times, and that's a detail.
Oh, completely. Well, the thing is, it's a movie, and you're like, all right, so we're doing that, and then you're like, oh no, we're not.
Come here. Oh yeah.
Get away from me!
No. You want to come to my room party, don't you?
Oh no! Fever!
Come to my room party.
Hold me on, you
Can you
goddamn
cross-dress as an old German woman in Lederhosen?
Yes. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
So, running naked.
Yeah, oh yes we do. Oh yes we do. Right in the butt.
Damn, I gotta.
Right in the butt.
What? Xander! Xander!
Right in the butt.
How can I fucking get popcorn?
Parents?
Punch him!
Punch him! Punch him! Punch him!
Yeah! Japan is great, you should go to Japan. Japan is gay, they'll hold all your hands. They smell underwear right out of machines. Japan is great, you know what I mean. No, Japan. We are totally having a wet t-shirt down. My pizza!
God pissed on my pizza. That's the name of this episode.
Do you have a better idea?
Yes, I do.
He kept it in the cup! He kept it in the cup!
Leave the space door open.
I love the space door.
What the? Why are you leaving the space door
I
open?
love the space door open.
Don't leave the space door open. People fly out the space door.
I was born in
If you
a
leave the
space
space
bar.
door open.
The final bottle of my favorite tequila has been drank. That came in a wooden box. Begin the Viking funeral. The HMS Anyway and the blood ritual, one of which is...
You guys want some carrot? No.
Oh,
Shit, he wants some carrots!
Whoa! What?
Yeah, bitch, get eaten!
Oh,
Yum, yum, yum!
fuck. Oh, God! The hole.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh,
Whoa,
no, I
whoa.
ate 2 bunnies!
Oh my God! They're fucking in your mouth! Ah!
Oh, yes! 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 Ah! Oh!
Surprise!
Why do I keep talking about my dead parents?
I don't know, it's like all I talk about.
By the way, my parents are dead.
Bruce, you wanna go to Five Guys?
My parents are dead.
Welcome to the club.
To hedgehog porn.
The hedgehog porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
share. We got tons of laughs to spare. We're aiming for 10,000 subs, and we're almost there. When we reach a crowd, the coolest carnival, we'll celebrate year of the pirate and the blood rage. Whoa! Welcome to the Dragon Show. We brought that booze to share, and enough fizzy cherry cola to make our problems disappear. We got fizzy cherry cola, the blood ritual, dick-shaped things, and so much more. So sit back, relax, crack open a beer, cause he's into the blue and Alkali's not here.
Hey! Miracles do happen sometimes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dragon Show. That's Dragon and Fair together. I am Xander. This is Alkali.
I'm not here.
And this is a surprise stream.
We were surprised. We did a stream.
I'm pretty fucking surprised too. Honestly.
So things happened, and
say.
all of a sudden we found 3 hours of free time, and we thought, what should we do with those hours? So we started by making masks out of tortilla chips. He ate those. Then we went to making masks out of normal tortillas. I made those into quesadillas. But then we did a stream. And it worked out well.
You have to stop using with edible everything.
It's what we have in the house.
Oh, shit.
That's how you make masks. You got to be productive, man. You got to find things in your house and turn them into masks.
So was a gingerbread house made by someone who was just stupid and didn't realize they were working with edible products?
Unfortunately, gingerbread house was made by a homeless person who had an influx of sugar. He just wanted a place to live.
Oh, surplus.
And eat.
Okay.
It was influx. Back in the time of catapults, the first homeless man, he was standing on the street like, what am I going to do? And the warring faction was shooting sugar over the walls because that was the style at the time.
Jesus Christ.
And when he caught one in the face, I mean, it broke his nose. I felt really bad for the guy. I was around back then. These things happen. But yeah, then he made a gingerbread house. He was the first witch.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
It wasn't Hansel and Gretel, it was Hansel and Griddle. He wanted to make a steak for Hansel. The story got blown out of proportion. Hello, everyone, we're back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the steak man who killed those children in his gingerbread house, apparently.
These things happen.
Apparently lost in translation.
So, today, we're not fizzy cherry colaing today. Today is Margarita. Oh, that's the wrong spout.
Oh no!
I wasn't getting any ice, and it's warm out.
Yeah,
and I'm fat.
Because it's August. It's almost August, actually.
It's almost August.
And this is where I go into all the fun things you could do in August, but that's not the thing that we talk about anymore. So let's talk about slip and slides instead, because you can do that in your backyard.
That's true.
Yeah.
Before we start talking about slip and slides, hello to Layla, and I saw another person who was new. Where'd they go?
Bamani,
Layla and Bamani, thank you for finding us. I don't know what journey you went on to find this nonsense, but congratulations.
Yeah.
What are you oohing?
The salt. It's okay.
It's a very little salt. It's sodium-free salt.
It assaulted me.
It's sodium-free salt. It's
What?
just CL. There's no Na in there. Nah. Just CL.
I know enough about chemistry. If you change something even a little, it probably will kill you.
What is wrong with you? I just wanted to put chlorine around the rim of your glass. Go ahead and wipe it off. Just wipe it off. It's not going to bother me.
No, it's a little bit. It's a reduction of the salt. There's a difference between all or none.
Oh.
Everything's all or none with you. I swear to God. Don't be that way, guys. Anyway.
Layla, the bad witch didn't have diabetes after eating her house. You see, you need to know how to make a gingerbread house if you're going to make a full-size house. You don't want everyone getting diabetes because then the police are going to come. That's why you bake the people who visit you less evidence. So when you're making your gingerbread house to murder people and, the normal gingerbread house, in the middle of the gingerbread cookies, for structural purposes, insulin. You just fill. It's gingerbread, insulin, gingerbread. The support should be pretzels. Somebody just followed us.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Gaming Stuka.
Yes.
There's still a lot of things on this chat that we haven't figured out yet, so we have...
I can make that bigger.
It's okay for now, it's okay. We have a monitor over here to see if our video feed cuts out, but it's also the only place where we see follows.
Yes.
So, it's very small, but it means a lot to us.
Yes, thank you.
Small picture, big meaning.
Yes,
big
thank
meaning.
you. Thank you for the follow. But yes, ethically sourced and responsible gingerbread houses is not what I saw in the future.
You know, but sometimes people need to think about this. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh my. There's quite a bit of tequila in our margarita.
Are we outside? No, we're in our garage. Ocean Current. Was so technically, kind of? No. A garage is still indoors.
Garage is indoors.
Garage is a bit of both, isn't it?
I would love to meet you at Euroferns. Garage is a bit of both, but let's be... oh, Maddie, sorry, I got tequila down the wrong
All right. Oh, no, I have to talk now? This is bad. Slip and slides, guys!
All right, that's better.
Okay.
We moved inside because it has been 90 in Chicago for quite some time now. Today is actually a fairly nice day at between 83 and 85, but every house on our block is running an air conditioner and none of them have it serviced. It is very loud outside. It's just not, it wasn't going to work. The microphones aren't that good to cut out that level of noise.
We have all sorts of sirens all the time because we're between two hospitals, so that's fun.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. It's because we're between two hospitals, not because we live in Chicago.
Well, the fireworks finally stopped. At least I think fireworks, but yeah. We had a lot of fireworks because we're like right outside of Indiana.
The classic Chicago games. Fireworks or guns?
Yeah, so good old Crazy Kaplan keeping us up at night. Right?
Yeah, oh, Crazy Kaplan.
What was my favorite? When we drove by, we went to out east, the con out there with all the furries. The con out east with all the furries. Are you talking about Anthrocon? Yes.
Okay.
That's where we saw, on the way, we saw a fireworks and karate studio. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, we did.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that now that COVID world is a thing, we're not going to be able to go out as much. We really need to start streamlining, and I think combining fireworks and karate, two activities. Not you're only going out of the house once. It's bow to your master, sensei. It's a sensei, right?
Yeah.
Bow to the sensei, bow to the other person, and then shoot Roman candles at him while he like what's her name? Lady Liberty. No. Truthful rope woman. Truthful bondage.
Wonder Woman.
Thank you, her.
Holy shit.
That's how she blocks. It's this. She goes bing, and it bounces off a thing, and she holds her hand here.
Yeah.
It's like part of a square. She's like, yeah, I love right angles.
You know, it's funny.
It's a dance now.
Wonder Woman. People don't know about this. Terrible baker. Yeah.
Wonder Woman's bad at baking.
Yeah, she made Wonder Bread. Okay.
That is so white.
What?
The bread. The bread.
Oh,
is
absolutely.
So white.
It is the whitest bread. It's like paste. It's paste for your sandwiches.
But it's a good paste.
It's a cheap paste. Anyway.
We do not live in Silent Hill. We just went over right angles. Not triangles.
I think you're missing the plan here. See, you have all this. Look, you got a karate studio.
Right.
It's also a fireworks factory.
Right.
You have to use what you have on hand.
Oh, like Jackie Chan. You got to use your environment.
But for the belt testing, that's what you got to kick out of the air when it comes flying at your face to become a black belt.
Oh, fireworks?
Yeah.
What kind?
American. What? That's the only requirement. This is the fireworks and karate studio.
Wow.
It's its own thing. When you become a black belt, you don't get a black belt, you just get American flag pants.
What movie was that?
That was
with the guy in American flag pants teaching karate, and it was Oswald from Drew Carey Show.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Thank you. I love that. Fox Helsing brings up a good point. They have to be Chinese fireworks.
Oh, Jesus.
Because karate and fireworks ball. So it's just
karate's kung fu. But anyway.
Wait, karate is kung fu?
Yes. Karate is Japanese.
Oh.
Kung fu is Chinese.
Okay, so we have to have a combination kung fu, firework, and hibachi grill.
Okay.
So now we added 3. But we don't have room. We don't have time to put out those individual. Did you ever go to Benihana? Where dinner is the show?
Absolutely.
Okay, we don't have time for these individual serving areas where 8 people are going to sit around. Not COVID safe at all. Entire floor.
Oh no.
Whole floor, one griddle, and now imagine there's a guy up there doing ninjutsu,
Oh,
just
jeez.
dancing around on a hot floor, kind of like they're in Hawaii with the burning of the feet, making shrimp and volcanoes out of onions, and shooting fireworks at children who are getting a yellow belt just because their mom gave $125. We did it.
You know, being a hibachi grill operator is hard enough. Now you're making a martial arts masters as well? Or is this part of like some like weird labor scheme?
They're so close. Have
Oh,
you seen
you're right.
the
You make
knife
it part of
work?
the test. Like, hey, if you want your belt, you gotta do 50 hours at the hibachi grill.
That's right.
And kick enough shrimp out of the air with your foot. Otherwise, you are go to the corner.
Out of the air, onto the griddle, and then you have to land on them so you don't burn your feet. Now you have shrimp sneakers, and you're like gliding around. Safe. I'm not allowed to make businesses.
I agree. This is how. What?
Sheepy, you had me at volcano onion.
Oh my god. Someone brought up Cobra. Cobra Kaboom! Hi, Autofox. Yes.
Hello, Autofox. Oh, Cobra!
Tida Whiskey, thank you for subscribing.
Oh,
Right
did we miss a subscribe?
It's right there.
Thank you, Tadawski, and I know what you're about to say. We're going to go to Cobra in a second. Who caught it? Somebody noticed my finger already.
What, this?
Yeah, somebody actually noticed it. I think it was David.
What?
So, yes, for those of you who can see it, I was cleaning the attachment for the stupid food processor. My hand slipped off it while cleaning, and I have a very nice deep cut.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it has been a long week.
Alkali tends to have non-regular kitchen items that you would never see in your life. It looks like the glaive from Krull. You'll just it's like, what's this? Oh, that's my food processor. It looks like a fucking fantasy weapon.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. You remember the glaive? They didn't
I
remake
do.
that movie.
They'll remake Krull. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
They're going to remake everything. There is no original thought anymore. Dude, we just talked about combining ninjutsu, karate, komosekai, I'm just making up words now, a hibachi grill, and fireworks. And I guarantee you it's been done before.
Well, let's get real. You just need one billionaire who's bored and wants it to happen. That's how we got Cats. That's how I'm convinced.
All right, Tesla, listen up.
The Cats movie was made.
Hear me out, Tesla.
Okay.
The throwing, what is it, the boomerang thing from Krull? What is that called? Boomerang shuriken? Shuriken cane?
It's called the glaive.
The glaive, okay. The glaive from Krull.
Okay.
Battery operated using Tesla batteries. Now it's just a helicopter that kills.
Is this your pitch to Elon Musk to make
That's his name. I called him Tesla.
Tesla Man.
Tesla Man. Tesla Man, we need your pocketbook.
You just want to make a glaive, basically? I mean, he'd probably be up for that, honestly.
Dude, at this point, he's just trying shit.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, let's go to the moon. It worked. Oh, how about Mars? Working. All right, electric cars. It's good. Huh.
We don't need that anymore. We're all inside. Fuck. So much for electric cars. Oh.
Gray Foxen, I understand. I have had enough injuries that I've lost feeling in 2 fingers as well. It's not as bad as you think. Now when you slam your fingers in a car door, it just hurts.
That's why you have 10.
10? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go to the doctor.
Did you ever have any shop teachers that were missing fingers or anything like that?
I never had the opportunity to do shop. It was really a shame.
What?
Yeah, not a so grade school, they had no extracurricular.
I was gonna say, Fauci said wear your goggles if you had them. That's the only time in my life I ever had goggles, and we had shop goggles.
Oh, really?
So I would have to
we
break
had
them
for
up
chemistry.
Well, I never had to take chemistry.
Oh, so there's the difference. You took shop, I took chemistry.
Wait.
I blew up the car. You fixed it.
Yes.
Ooh, Auto Fox, that sounds horrible. Yoshima, we don't know what this is either, so by the end of this, we would love your opinion of what this is.
That's fair.
But we are the Dragon Show.
That's true. We have to put on fuzzier heads.
Guys. Somebody just followed us. Thank you,
well,
whoever
thank you
just
very
followed
much.
us.
Anyway, it's just us talking here, cracking shit with you guys. That's not even a saying.
Alejandro's cracking shit.
Cracking shit.
They made Lion King a musical. Make the Great Mouse Detective a musical, complete with the mouse burlesque scene. Alejandro, I will only accept the Great Mouse Detective the musical if they hire somebody to every night rebuild the Rube Goldberg death trap from that movie on stage on Broadway. That's the only way I will accept it. As a kid, that was my favorite.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I never saw The Great Mouse Detective, so sorry.
You're lucky Miko isn't here. That would have been the end.
I know,
Just
I know.
dust.
But it wasn't one of the big Disney ones. I don't even know if it came out between the biggins, the Princess Collection, if you will. What?
No, you're right. I don't know.
You know?
Guys, we're gonna have to go to the chat. What?
It was
Disney movies was The Great Mouse Detective between? For some reason, I want to say it's from the same era as The Adventurers Down Under.
I actually want to say it was right before their big push with The Little Mermaid and everything. So The Little Mermaid was their big comeback. That was when the Disney really was a thing again, like every year in theaters, at least at animated features. What are they saying?
Eddie, who did Vincent Price play?
In Great Mouse Detective?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was too long ago. I don't actually remember any of the voices. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gunsmith, I have had some pretty high-level injuries in my life. It's not fun. Erner!
What?
Vincent Price was in The Great Mouse Detective. I do not remember. I only remember, honestly, the Rube Goldberg machine.
That's fair.
That's really the only thing I remember.
It was a long time ago. You could probably look it up now.
Autofucks, I agree.
I have never seen from start to finish Robin Hood either.
You've never seen Robin Hood from
I
start
know!
to finish? Give me your furry card.
I know!
Furry card!
I know, my parents kept me away from it, and I still saw Turtles, so it all ended up okay anyway.
Hold on, Vincent Price was Ratigan?
Wait.
Okay, we're honest. I'm not even kidding. Do you want to watch Great Mouse Detective tonight?
Fine with
You've
that.
never seen it?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, thank you so much. We're gonna use that as our movie late tonight when we're all done.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, Gray Foxon.
What?
Allow me to teach you the lesson that my father taught me. My father is a self-taught electrician who got to the point where he was head of the union at a steel mill. My dad is an incredibly good electrician, totally learned on his own, and then tried to teach his children with lessons such as this. Now, Daniel, know that if you ever need to test a wire to see if it's live, simply grabbing the plastic part of the wire so you don't electrocute yourself, make sure the wire is protruding from the wall. Then lick your hand and quickly swipe down, making sure to follow through. If you don't, you might die. If you follow through and do not feel anything but a wire touching your fingers, it is dead, and you may install the device of your choice. But if you get a shock, you have done something wrong. And that is how I was taught to play with electricity.
Why did you make your dad sound like a fat railroad baron?
In this reality, he is.
That's not. I don't know, seriously.
Zima, how you doing? Yeah,
Lick your less. And he's got a top hat and fucking.
Why do you think I wear the top hat?
Now, excuse me, I need to bribe some lobbyists.
Well, I'm sorry, what is he lobbying for? Whacking wires?
Yes.
I'm from whacking
You gave him
wires.
a voice?
Yes.
It's not even. Okay.
I only have so many voices. What do you want from me? Some of them get reused.
Use your dad's voice.
There's only one voice I don't do anymore. Learning channel.
That's fair.
It's the only voice I won't do anymore because it's awful.
You learned. That's fine. You learned about what you were doing.
Oh yeah. No, I realized that I was being an asshole.
Hey, we all learn things. That's fine. Yeah. We make mistakes. What? Papa Smith?
Husky. Ask Aria Husky. My almost death story, I fell from a belt tower.
Jesus.
Oh, bell
Christ.
tower. I read belt tower. Like, there's just towers of belts now?
I'm glad you survived, Ascari. Jesus Christ.
Did you take the belt with you?
It's a bell tower.
Bell. You can take the bell. You can use it as it's concave. You can use it as a what do you call those? A parachute, right? Because it's concave.
God,
It'll
you
catch
watch
the
too many
air.
cartoons.
You don't watch enough cartoons.
Oh, you jump off the bell tower and then you wake up and you're Batman. I understand now. I saw that episode. Isn't that what happened?
That is what happened. Yeah,
sorry,
that is what happened.
Guys, didn't mean to spoil Batman the Animated Series episode from 25 years ago.
Here's the thing, though. I kind of worry about that because we
30
just
years
watched.
ago.
Still, we went back and watched the entirety of the good Batman the Animated Series. We stopped when it got to Batman and Robin, but he went forward and looked online to find the good episodes of Batman and Robin, which there were quite a few, and they were good.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, but the bad episodes of Batman and Robin were atrocious.
They were.
We had to stop.
They were hard to get through.
Yeah.
And same with Batman Beyond, actually.
Batman Beyond was another one that you had to look up the good episodes.
Some of the ones were kind of painful.
Yeah.
It's like, Terry's at school, and that girl didn't look at him. I don't care. Like, Jesus. And then, actually, when they stopped getting out of that and started getting more interesting with the world around him, it got better. Rather than being high school Terry.
True. Yeah, once they get out of high
Saved by the
school.
Bell was not what I was looking for in my Batman show.
We do trivia questions on our newsletter at work.
Okay.
Speaking of Saved by the Bell, what famous TV personality tried and almost got the part of Screech?
Same age? Around?
Yeah, maybe. I'd actually say same age.
Seth
maybe
Green.
a little lower. Not Seth Green, but great guess. Great guess.
Similar look?
Okay, let me narrow it down. The man likes D&D.
Vin Diesel.
Other one. The other man who likes D&D.
Alkali.
Stephen Colbert.
Oh, okay.
Stephen Colbert went out for Screech and did not get the part.
That's hysterical.
Right? I loved Stephen Colbert as the Colbert Report character. Was amazing. Stephen Colbert now doing his show. I'm glad he's doing his thing. I still appreciate him. But I'm sorry. Sometimes you just become that character. He was so good at playing that guy.
Sorry, I'm just looking at chat real quick.
I think you showed me that.
What's that?
Merges. Did we watch the movie for Batman Beyond?
We never did.
We haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
All right.
I was trying to keep the name of the movie out of it, but
I haven't seen it yet.
But it's right there. It's okay. Return of the Joker.
Oh no! I knew it was a Joker movie. You.
I probably told you.
I think you let it slip during a episode when I was bitching about the Jokers just being a gang of shitheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at first, Batman. What is that? Batman Beyond.
It predicted the future.
It did.
I'm sorry.
Erner, did you not know that?
What?
Stephen Colbert is a huge D&D fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's awesome.
There's also a wrestler who's a D&D guy, and every time in AEW, when he comes out, he rolls his die and sees how he's gonna do. Guess what?
What?
He's 0-25 so far.
You're kidding me.
Not kidding.
Oh my God.
He still has to win. He's a D&D nerd, and he's still gotta win.
He'll do it. I believe in him.
But he's teamed up with the librarian, and they still keep losing. But the librarian is evil, but he's good. But they still keep losing, so they don't want to go against each other because then that's kind of cheating. It's kind of adorable.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's kind of adorable. Anyway, wrestling stories with Xander in 5 seconds.
Honestly, that's the thing.
Dude, the stories are so good right now.
I'll give you this. I'm not the biggest wrestling fan. Xander finds the best of the best and shows it to me, and it's good. It is good. And I'm not talking about the backflips, don't get me wrong. The acrobatics involved in wrestling is still impressive, but the storylines, the characters, and the orange juice is amazing.
The Orange Cassidy is my favorite. But wrestling is best when they kind of, and there's a siren, when they tie in reality with what's going on. So if they reference something you know is true, you're like, oh, that tickles my reality brain, so it kind of, it sells the illusion a little better. So like, here's a really quick storyline that I love. There's a group of incels called the Dark Order, and they are sick of losing, and they've gotten together, and there's this group of bad guys, but they want to win, so they follow this bad guy, and they're winning, and that's why they join the evil cult.
All right.
So Colt Cabana is a good guy. He's always been, and this is like, hey, Colt, why don't you join us? And Colt Cabana has not done anything evil yet, but he's hanging around with Boss. But he likes winning. He's getting a taste for winning, and he likes winning, and he hangs out around with the evil cult. The boss sends him to the back to make sure he doesn't see him do the bad things before he does them. And he is willing to turn a blind eye to those bad things, and he hasn't done any bad things himself yet.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of good, right?
That's kind of cool.
That's
all right,
good
I'll give that to you.
storytelling, right?
I'll give that
okay,
to you.
that's it. That's Xander's AEW corner for the AEW Wrestling Corner for the week.
Lurking Goat, and I'm assuming that's the goat that I know. So hello, my goat. Holy crap, do we love Harley Quinn? We haven't finished it yet. We have to be in a very... Look, we really like watching Harley Quinn while on Fizzy Cherry Cola, but the exact right amount of Fizzy Cherry Cola, so I think we have 3 episodes left.
Yes.
And we've been waiting for a night to do it. So we are going to finish that very soon. Just with my job lately, there is no free time. I forgot his name last week. It was bad.
Yeah, the guy with the thing in the robe.
Gunsmith, because we live in Chicago.
Doing 3Ds. Guy with the thing in the robe at the computer doing the beep bop boop. I'm sorry, I gotta stop doing Cosby's. It's a thing when you get drunk, and that's not a good thing to say either. Alright, to Cobra!
Oh yeah, we were talking about Cobra. Oh, somebody...
Shukin. Oh, thank you, Shukin, for subscribing.
Oh, and thank you for sneaking out of work, you irresponsible fuck.
And happy...
How dare you insult capitalism?
Yes. And happy 6-month anniversary.
Thank you very much, Shukin.
Yes.
You're amazing.
We were talking, I don't remember how or why, someone brought up the Chicago Bears the other time and how popular they were in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
So, if people don't know, the Chicago Bears were so popular, William Refrigerator Perry had his own G.I. Joe, which we saw a commercial for, that you could get specially.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, it's kind of crazy how insanely popular it is. So, then I started thinking about how Cobra against G.I. Joe, maybe Cobra was right. Because they were, like, responsible. They were all wearing face masks. They were all, like, relatively good. And G.I. Joe was running around with no face masks. Nothing, just blowing shit up, and nobody ever died, which is great. Everyone just had parachutes.
They died in the movie.
What?
They made an animated movie, and they lost a main character of Joe, and they kind of fucked with Cobra Commander.
They TF'd Cobra Commando in the movie.
Yes, they did.
Into a snake, and it was hot. Yeah. No. Kinda. Anyway.
Also, I just want to say, you're never running for office. Because now we have a clip of maybe Cobra was right.
Maybe Cobra was right.
They do. I did like now that I'm thinking about it. You're right. All of Cobra wore masks. None of G.I. Joe did. And all I can remember is one quote from G.I. Joe.
And they kept saying,
"We must censor television."
So there's some pretty weird shit on TV. Yeah, like I think we should be censored.
Oh
so
my
yeah,
God.
I guess Cobra was right.
I remember that one episode, Destro just kept saying cancel culture, and it was crazy. It was really weird. It was crazy.
Leo wanted to know what our favorite Disney movie is.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
No, it's okay. We were waiting till after we were done with Cobra.
My answer for years, and it's still kind of true. I think my sentimental favorite that I'll still watch because I can rewatch it even though I don't think it's the best Disney movie is Hunchback of Notre Dame. I
have a favorite, but I don't think it should count. So my favorite strictly Disney movie, yes. Hunchback of Notre Dame, simply for, and help me out with his name, our favorite voice actor.
Tony Jay.
Tony Jay was our favorite voice actor far before Hunchback of Notre Dame. I saw Hunchback of Notre Dame for the first time only 2, maybe 3 years
Let them
ago.
know who he plays.
Tony Jay plays the bishop?
Yes.
Is it Cardinal?
Farquaad. No, wait.
No, Farquaad is Shrek.
I know. Fuck. What was it again?
Have a good one, Fireball. Thanks for stopping in.
Let's see. What the hell was his name?
Oh, hello, Flipper.
He's the church guy.
Somebody will know it.
Yeah.
So, the church guy from Hunchback of Notre Dame is voiced by Tony Jay, who, if you have any age under your belt like we do, that is Megabyte from Reboot. possibly one of the greatest voices in voice acting. He's also, go ahead.
The Necromancer from Legacy of Kain.
The Necromancer from Legacy of Kain, and one of the major villains from Baldur's Gate 2, if I am remembering correctly. That one I'm not as sure of.
Lord Frollo, thank you.
Thank you, Frollo. Thank
I
you.
couldn't remember the name.
That one would be my favorite strict Disney movie. The only thing I wish they would have done is something that we found out right after watching it, because I like watching stuff and looking stuff up because I'm a dork. It turns out that in the original screenplay of it, what they wrote, the gargoyles were supposed to be in the Hunchback's imagination. And that's just so depressingly amazing that I really wish they would have went with that.
They did stick with it, did it? Yeah.
You can tell. If you watch the movie, you can tell until a certain point, it is obvious that they could have been in his imagination.
The very end where we have our stupid little war part, basically.
Yes.
It's the Beauty and the Beast defending the house thing again. Basically,
yes,
it's the same thing.
It absolutely is.
So,
and Layla, Hellfire, in my opinion, is the second, tied for second on the greatest Disney song ever.
My favorite Disney song is not even a Disney song.
Which one?
In the dark of the night, terror will find her, find her.
Wait, which one's that?
In the dark of the night, terror. Christopher Lloyd as Rasputin in.
Anastasia. That's not a Disney movie, though,
correct.
Right?
Fucking fantastic.
Okay, if we're going to talk about non-Disney great movies, let's go all the way back to something that I was not okay with watching when I was younger because, you had to be a man. I grew up in a weird household, but luckily I got over
like
that.
every American household, it's fair.
Do you remember Fern Gully?
Yeah.
Do you remember Tim Curry doing a jazzy song about sludge and pollution?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, one of the greatest non-Disney songs.
Oh, why didn't do It song? Why not? When Tim Curry's prime, we could have had It the musical. They all float down here. Boop, boop, boop. And the dead kids come up and they're dancing around and shit. That'd be great.
When your parents not consider your peer.
Don't care if you're straight or a queer. Boop, boop, boop. They all
float down here. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, you're so wonderful.
I've never seen Brother Bear. Never. That's one that was on my list. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember my two favorite. Well, okay, let's just get it out there right now. I saw it when I was a kid. I've rewatched it enough times, and I've listened to the song alone enough times. Little Mermaid, Ursula's song.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the actual song name right now.
Bitch got big titties.
That is not the song name, but now I want it to be.
Pretty sure it is. That's the name of the song. That bitch got big titties, and I want them.
So Ursula's song is hands down my favorite Disney song. Tied for second would be Hellfire, and I'm sorry, Keith David nails Friends from the Other Side.
Oh, yeah.
Friends from the Other Side is amazing. It's got magic tricks. It is so fun, so colorful, and so dark at the same time. Fuck you. That's an amazing moment in Disney. And it's so disappointing that the last movie that they tried with hand-done animation, which was a solid movie. Princess and the Frog is a solid Disney movie. Didn't do good enough, and now everything is done on computer. I liked that they were doing, every once in a while, give me a classic hand-drawn... Every once in a while, kill your artists! Screw everything!
Jesus Christ, fuck off. There's a way to get a movie done without slave labor, you fuck.
I don't know.
Are you like, the pyramids need to be done with... Are you saying like Disney movies are like our pyramids? We need slaves to make our fucking Disney movies, you ass?
It's true. A Gaming Stuka. Scars Be Prepared is one of the greatest Disney songs. The only reason I give it, I put it down into the top 5 and not top 3, after we looked up something, it turns out that my boy, help me out, voice of Scar, he's an amazing actor. Jeremy Irons blew out his voice on the high Be Prepared, and that is somebody else singing the high note. Still an amazing song. It doesn't take a lot away from it, but using the trivia, I have to give top 3 places to my other 3. Sorry, I'm super... There are rules to nothing. Oh, you need more margarita.
I does need more margarita. Magic bullet margaritas.
I did not magic bullet this. This is homemade. This is fresh squeezed shit, motherfucker.
If you're old and internet like me, look up Magic Bullet. There's a special version done by someone that's done as a horror version where everything's slowed down. Is that a word? Slown?
Yeah,
No.
close enough.
Slowed down.
Close enough.
And they all have this voice. And they play creepy music. When you have the fizzy cherry cola, it is one of the greatest videos of all time. Anyway.
Dragon Monk.
Hold
on, Erner? Is that true?
What?
I did not know that. Jim Cummings is the one who did the high note.
Oh, okay.
I love Jim. I got to meet Jim at Anthrocon one year. What a nice guy.
Nice.
What a nice fucking guy.
Which song?
Be prepared.
Gotcha. There was a high note? Okay. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Dragon Monk. Yes, I don't know.
Shadowfang, thank you for the recommendation. Free time is so limited right now that I appreciate it, but I can tell you right now, my moments of free time.
I show him what I can. Usually like as a 6-minute thing, or I show him a Good Place or something like that. We've been watching Good Place. I've been watching the second time around. He's watched the first time around. Great fucking show. Go watch it if you can. It's on Netflix.
Which one?
Good Place.
The Good Place is amazing. I cannot believe how much I like it.
Please watch it.
I cannot believe how much I like that show. I did not expect to like it in the slightest.
I'm glad you finally liked it.
Magic, you're a sweetheart.
Thank you, Magic.
Honestly, that's the beauty of these guys inviting me to go to conventions. It is my job to help people have a better con. If I do it for one person, I think I earned the trip.
There you go.
That's all I want is people have a better convention. Okay, Sheepy, what do you mean he should have sung in all the voices of the Master? I don't think I know the Master.
Hey, Dragger, you missed me explaining AEW storylines like 10, 15 minutes ago, so that's a thing. But anyway, I said that again. I know, AutoFox, Tim Curry is a communist, and he goes to the one place capitalism has not corrupted. Do you know the line? Space!
That's right!
But he's wrong, because Elon went there anyway. Okay. Yes, someone made the e-bussy. That is a thing. That just means pussy as far as I'm... The kids tell me.
Gunsmith, we have played exactly one session of D&D. It was much fun, and yes, we recorded it. It's on a backlog right now, but, I mean, as you could tell with what we used to do with the D&D show, the editing that goes into that show is intense, and it is not something that any of us have time for yet. But we have the footage, which is sometimes the hardest part, so we'll get back to it.
Viceroy, I have not seen Schitt's Creek, actually. That is one of the nominated shows.
I've heard that was good.
I am a nerd, and I pay attention to the Emmys. I don't know why, because I like award shows in weird ways. The Emmys are not as legit to me as the Oscars. Like
I think that's everyone feels that way.
Really? Is that a thing?
The Oscars are real. The Emmys are one step below real. Actually, no, none of them are real. They're all bullshit.
They feel... Well, they're all very bullshit. I agree with that. There's a little bit more legitimacy to the picks of the Oscars, I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're still good for, like, hey, these shows might be worth your time. That's how I use, like, a lot of awards. Like, this might be good, you know? And if someone wins a lot of awards, oh, maybe I should check that out.
True.
That's how I do, honestly. But then, like, what people have to realize is, I got into the fandom. What was I gonna say?
Carmeyer?
Yes.
Don't look up anything else on the show. If you're interested in it, watch it. I went in blind. It is so much better not knowing what is going on. Trust me on this. Also, Layla would like to know how you got into the fandom. And Smile Dog Smile, that is super kind of you. We are just here to hang out. Don't even worry about it. Thank you for being here.
And
You're
guys,
amazing for even considering.
Let us know if the sound got distorted. AutoFox mentioned something. Let us know if that continues, because we don't know.
Because our bars look good right now. We can see a lot of our output, but...
Anyway, how I got into the fandom, like I said, growing up with furry stuff, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really got me into anthropomorphism and drawing my own characters like that and whatnot. And of course all the Disney stuff as well. Gargoyles was a big one. There was parts of Batman the animated series, but for me it was mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Gargoyles. And I would draw the characters, and then when the internet happened, I found furry because when you Google anthropomorphism, or I'm sorry, when you hotbot anthropomorphic art enough times, furry eventually came up. Hotbot is what we used before Google was a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Hotbot was the place you went, or Yahoo. Yahoo was... Did you ever do a Yahoo thing? You had to submit, and people would actually...
No, I never did.
That was like an
Yahoo
actual
thing.
Curated search engine. But yeah, that's how it happened, and I went to my first... Oh, thank you so much, Mama T. Thank you so much.
You're a sweetheart. Thank you.
From there, when I first started dating in the gay scene or whatever online, then I finally, furries actually get together and hang out, and I finally went to my first furry meet, and I was like, I'm gonna stop dating regular people because they don't like the hell I do. Or just my experiences on the online personal scene was not great. Let's just say that it was a thing.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed furry much more for my socializing.
Yeah.
But I realized it wasn't just people who just posted things on the internet. I don't know why I thought that. Did you ever think that?
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I found a thing that was like, hey, do you want to find furries in your area? Click here. And I'm like, I don't know what viruses are. Click.
Yeah. Accident. No, hotbot. Bing. Yeah. Ask Jeeves.
Oh my God. I remember Ask Jeeves.
What did you use?
Google.
Google?
Yeah.
Before
Google, Yahoo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yahoo, then to Google. My buddy Jeff was a Dragor type. So he was very on the pulse of internet and technology, and he turned me on to Google pretty early.
Okay, yeah. Google basically did everything automatically that Yahoo did by hand. Because Yahoo would curate their stuff, and when you got answers, if you got a result, it was usually good because someone actually did that by hand.
Right.
At least that's how I understand it. I could be completely wrong, by the way. But from some idiot that made HTML websites and submitted them and got them accepted, that's how it sure seemed from my end. Anyway. How is Babby formed? Yes, Dragger.
Oh, how is Bobby formed?
Oh, classic.
Alejandro, Furry Muck was your go-to? Why was? It's still there.
And now there's VR chat. I've been meaning to get on VR chat more. I've been working...
Tell them why we're not in VR chat.
I mean, basically working on shit, but what's the other option?
Because of the sprites.
Oh, well, what about them exactly?
So apparently in VR chat, you need to have so many hours clocked in
yes.
VR chat to get access to your personalized avatars. He's a 3D animator. If you saw some of our stuff, we have a lot of 3D sprites.
If you subscribe or follow, you'll see a little thing come up or whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to get those in VR chat.
Well, we'll get there. We'll be there. It's just a lack of time right now to get to the point where we can. Layla, the top hat is reserved for conventions, mainly because top hats hold heat nicely. It is 85 right now, and as some of you said, we are in a wind tunnel. I weigh over 300 pounds. It is 85, and we are in our garage. Now, we put a vent in the garage mainly because we enjoy fizzy cherry cola so much that we were causing a smoke cloud in here. But on the other hand, yeah, I like my fans. Leave my fans alone.
Oh boy, I was gonna talk about 6 slip and slides because
I miss slip and slides.
Did you ever do it?
Did you ever do the real slip and slide in college? Through traffic?
No.
You haven't lived.
You did slip and slide through traffic.
I mean, they weren't supposed to drive
across
through.
The street.
We didn't shut it down. So there was a frat on campus that had their mansion at the top of a hill. And the backyard was a porch, then a lot of grass, a steep incline, a street, and another steep incline. So what they bought was those pellet rolls of plastic. You know, it's a roll like this big. It's just plastic all rolled up around itself. And as you unroll it, you can spread it apart. So it's like 24 feet wide.
Okay.
And they put this giant piece of plastic from the top of the porch down a ramp that they built with plywood and hope, down the lawn, across the street, down the other side of the lawn through what used to be a forest, but due to years of use has turned into a path of death, leading down into a stagnant lake. And the goal was you start on the porch and you go down and you try to get off as close to the stagnant lake as possible. You went to NIU. How did you not know about this? People died.
I didn't have a social life, man. I told you.
Oh, like, that was fun.
No, I was a closeted gay kid just doing his studies because his parents told him not to talk to anyone. They put me in the quiet floor, and it was very bad.
Well, they put me on the quiet floor too. I took them all to Nero.
We were very different people.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
you
bit.
and I, different people. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
K.
Hey, I'm just glad you didn't get all the AIDS, so that's great. I appreciate that. Thanks for going to the. Thanks for going to Gay Normandy by choice, and surviving that bullet hell.
Anytime, my love.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Gay Normandy.
Gay Normandy.
To Gay Normandy, the 80s.
See, the road that we crossed,
accurate,
it's pretty accurate. The road that we crossed was not very active, but there were cars. So as people went, the frat boys would stand on the road and, like, halt cars, but they were really polite about it, like, you're going to want to see this. Because with the speed, you didn't just, like, go across the road and go down. The road was the only flat part of this, so it's down a ramp, down a lawn, over the road, and you kind of slipped and ended up back on plastic on grass that at one point had tree stumps, so you could really hurt your back. And then you went towards the stagnant lake, and you tried to roll off the thing and end up in the grass so you didn't end up in the swamp water.
Good Lord.
What do you want from me?
I
was drunk.
Yeah, makes for a good story, that's for sure. Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Gay Normandy.
They like hashtag Gay Normandy. Oh dear. You know, there's a movie about that. It has Al Pacino. It's called Cruisers. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Did you ever see that?
No.
I always saw the commercial. There's an amazing fake commercial for Cruisin' toy set for your kids.
Oh my God.
The Cruisin' toy set. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, I don't even know where it is anymore. Holy shit. But no, sorry, I never did real slip and slide, you ass. I used to grow up on a street. Our street was very downhill, very much like San Francisco.
Okay.
Not like the state of San Francisco, but San Francisco is literally downhill. Okay. So it was very downhill, our street, and I would ride our bike down. That would be great for slip and slide.
Yeah. No, it absolutely is.
But if, obviously it's on a street, so you have to make it wide enough or die.
Layla, yes, there were a few limbs broken, but for the most part, you have to remember, this is college. This is an IU at a frat. If you were injured and could kind of walk away from it, you didn't get injured there. You fell down some stairs.
Oh, no.
That's how it worked. Like, you didn't want to get the frat in trouble. It's just kind of how it worked.
I love that the frat uses the same excuse as domestic abuse.
Yeah, basically.
That's pretty. That's pretty revealing. I just need to say that. And no wonder my brother told me to stay away from frat groups.
Yeah, they weren't the best thing, but they weren't the worst thing. To answer two
Honestly,
questions, go ahead.
I wish I wasn't like a frat or something. Like I said, I think they were very much poo-pooed and not given a fair shake.
They 100% were.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, it was buying your friends, but it still has a purpose. It's
absolutely.
It still works. It's still not terrible if it's not done terribly.
I was the LARPing improv guy.
Yeah,
I got to go to a bunch of frats. They were really nice guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't join any. It just wasn't my thing because, I bounce around because I'm a dork. To answer two of them in quick succession, I lost them.
What's up?
These things happen. Magic, any recommendations for finding LARP groups? Look up a game called Nero, Nero, or... Oh, I wish my buddy was here.
Aw.
Alright, Grey Muzzle Geekery, if any of you are here, let them know what the Alliance chapter is called. It might just be called Alliance. I think they dropped the Nero from their name. Those are 2 LARPs. They are fairly common in the United States. You should be able to find them online, and then you can look up their international site, which will show you the closest location to you. I have a Nero and an Alliance near Chicago, but I do know there's a bunch of them in other states.
Yes.
And in answer to the other question, yes, DragonCon has already purchased a 100-foot tarp specifically made to be a slip and slide because at the location where we were going to hold DragonCon, there is an incline, a beach, and a lake.
Oh, man.
That would have been awesome. It's still going to happen, but obviously, until we know that we have a vaccine for COVID,
Yes.
I will never agree any situation that would put people in danger. I love you all,
Yep.
but this is what we have for right now. We're online.
Yes.
You know, I hope all of you have a COVID companion, somebody from outside your house that is also trying to be as COVID safe as they can. Then maybe you can see them every once in a while. Ours is Dragor. Dragor, you're amazing. Thank you for being part of our lives. But guys, please be safe. Please be safe
please
out
be
there.
Safe, be smart, and listen to the scientists. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to get too serious here.
No, we're not going to get too serious.
You can go on my Twitter if you want to see me talk about too much shit, but that's not what this is for. Oh, good times. Noodle salad. Isn't that what they said?
Noodle salad.
You know what that's from?
No.
You suck. I'm kidding. Oh, come on. What's one of the most overrated movies for their time that got forgotten long after?
I forgot.
As good as it gets.
That was a good movie.
It was a decent movie, but
I like that
movie.
movie.
No one ever talks about it anymore.
That's a shame because that was actually a good movie. I remember that.
I do think it's actually a pretty decent movie, but it's not great because it's just kind of it's a character movie. It's good, but everyone thought it was like Best Picture. It was in all of that.
It was
stuff.
Best Picture?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yup. 100%. And
Carmeyer, we have a leg up on that. We are, along with Dragor, who I believe is in both chats, we're the founders of First Squared. I was the con chair for its first 6 or 7 years. Dragor is the con chair now. Xander was director of art relations for the first 2 years, and then
a lot of poster things.
You drew a lot of poster things. No, don't get me wrong. Convention running is its own thing, but dude, I got to throw a party. I got to throw the biggest party imaginable that was structured and everything that I wanted. I got to throw the party that I would have wanted to go through. Yeah, running a convention is a bitch. There is nothing more rewarding on this planet than letting a few hundred people have the time of their lives. So if you ever get a chance, run an event in your area for furries. Honestly, a lot of people, I would really suggest it. We do it with our closer friends every once in a while. It's rare, but online events can be just as fun. You just have to figure out a way to structure them. We love Jackbox games.
Oh, yeah.
We have a few friends that will sit online at night and just talk while playing either Rocket League or Mario Kart. No, it's good times. And I think this is something that we're all kind of need to get used to.
Yeah, for the time being.
Yeah.
Just like I always say, don't say like, when people say, I can't wait till we get back to normal. There is no back to normal. Let me tell you from someone who's old enough, and you're old enough to say this. There's no back to normal. There's just the next thing. There's the next normal, in my experience. Like before 9/11, nothing ever. We never went to before. We never went back to before 9/11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
you can't just say, I can't wait till we go back to normal, because you're
never gonna know.
But anyway, we're in it together, so let's have fun.
LukeMan915, no one really knows about this, but DragonCon was slated for late 2020. We actually had the campsite rented since late 2019, and the wonderful campsite, actually the person who works there, who owns it, is a friend of ours through Nero. They're a friend of my friends through, they run a Nero chapter through their campsite. They were amazing. They are taking this entire year to make the campsite better. They understand that getting people together now is not the right idea, and they will always have my business because they are responsible people who, instead of waiting for people to cancel on them, told people it is not safe, we are canceling. Cheers, they will always have my business. DragitCon will happen when I determine it is reasonably safe for us to do so.
Hello, Boozy. Thanks for joining.
Ah, Boozy's here!
Crazy person.
Hello, friend. How are you?
I just want to say, guys, we had like around 50 on YouTube's and around 10, 12 on Twitch. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you,
always so flattered that people actually want to hang out with us and just talk.
Since we've got some numbers right now, let's just really quick shout it out there. A quick shout out to our friends, Boozy Badger, who will probably be streaming at some random point. He's amazing, and he streams at a perfect increments. God, I wish I could stream like that. You're amazing. I believe, unless something has changed, next weekend is Uncle Kage. Uncle Kage is having a stream. I really wish I could have been there for that, but I cannot travel right now. Grey Muzzle Geekery is actually a friend of mine who got me into the fandom. We traded. I showed him Nero. He showed me the furry fandom. That is Dustin. They run Grey Muzzle Geekery. And, of course, we cannot forget our friend Chris the Comedy Bunny, who I believe has a new video out today or yesterday.
Always check Chris the Comedy Bunny's Twitter. They often release on there. She puts stuff there as well as the YouTube. I'm trying to get on them about releasing on the YouTube as well, but always go to the Twitter first to see what they're releasing recently. Also, I want to give a shout out to Pepper and More. They're always doing the Twitch on their Twitch on Pepper Coyote, and I don't know if More is also on Pepper's or
More streams on Pepper. I actually watched More play a game. It was very fun.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a great job.
And also on every Sunday, Dragor on Twitch.
Thank you.
.tv/Dragor Zippy Tanks, who plays Doom, and you can actually download the thing and join us, or you can just join us in chat. Either way, it's a good time every Sunday, and we upload them here every so often on the Dragon Show channel. So
true.
Yeah.
And hello, QM. I just saw you join the chat. It looks like you were. I didn't realize that was you over on stream, but now on Twitch. But now I understand that was you. I apologize.
Oh, one of these days I'm gonna get shorter mic so I can see the screen better. That's my next thing.
No, unfortunately, that's why I'm wearing the glasses. It works. Really? It helps. I can actually read the screen. For
no, I can't see over the mics. That's the thing.
Oh,
you're just tall.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. Oh, good times. But yeah.
So thank you guys for all being here. That is a short list of some of our friends. I mean, there's a ton of them out there. Omnom, as always, you're wonderful. Hey, look, guys, just remember, we're all furries. We're all in this together. Support your fellow furs. Support your fellow furs, because we're going to do the same for you guys. And if anyone else wants me to announce anything, go ahead and put it in the chat. If I catch it, I will let you know. And somebody told me to look at their last message, but it's already off the screen. So let me know what that last message was. Alejandro Miko is doing wonderful. He is actually having a visit right now from his mate, and they are spending some quality time together, which is just wonderful. I'm super happy that happened. All of us could use a break, and that is his break for right now. So
oh, what else is going on? A lot of stuff we can't talk about because that's just depressing, because things and stuff.
Before we came into this, we were like, hey, let's not talk about anything depressing. He looked at me dead in the eye and goes, so what, we're going to sit there silently?
Yeah. Well, like, I just think about all the things I usually talk about. Oh boy, August is coming. What do people usually do in August?
Nothing now.
Yeah. Go to the water park. Oh, shit. Yeah. Bop each other in the face with a huge exercise ball. That's what you do when you're me. Because it's right there.
That is the big exercise ball. Dark Drive, yes, I remember the Mona Alkali. That was wonderful. And Magic. Yeah, we're all trash. What's wrong with that?
Wait, Magic? Are you talking about the game?
No, Magic. One of our friends.
I'm so sorry. I have to share this. See, you're enough of a nerd to actually have gotten into it. Did you get into Magic when it was first getting big? This was
Are you talking about
around-
Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
I got into Magic the Gathering with the first set of cards that came out. Me and my brother did, and then he played with me 4 times and realized he hated the game, so I got his cards. Then I met my D&D group, and one of them was into Magic, but both of us were kind of broke kids, so we never bought cards. And then all of a sudden, at Gen Con, at fucking Gen Con, this guy who was hopelessly addicted to the dungeon that I ran with Steve. Steve is the gentleman who actually owned Nero Chicago. Very wonderful gentleman. Me and him kind of worked together running the dungeon at Gen Con. There was a guy who came in. He had played once. He wanted to play again. He didn't have any tickets. But he did have a literal gray tote of Magic the Gathering cards. And he was if he would have just said, hey, can I give these to you to play? I probably would have said no. But the gentleman was so honest. Hey, I went to the Magic the Gathering table. They bought all of my really good cards. Anything that was $1 or less is still in this bin. Can I give these to you to go through this game one more time? I don't want to take them home. Oh, my heart. The honesty of this young man. So we let him play for the entire day just as much as he wanted. He got to be a bad guy. He got to get... me and him worked together. Nicest fucking guy. Bus driver in real life. Like you drive kids to school? He's like, kinda. It's the short bus. I'm like, hold on. You drive the short bus? He goes, yep. Like, really? What's that like? And he looked at me, and he looked into the room, and he goes, way less exciting than this room. And he walked into the room and started fighting us.
Oh my god.
He's a good guy. I still talk to him. I think I talked to him like last year.
Nice.
He's just a nice kid.
Oh. I remember Magic getting big around 93, 94 is what I thought it was. The first time it started getting big.
That sounds about right.
You were like 12 or something?
I was young.
You went to Gen Con? When did you go to Gen Con?
I started running Gen Con when I was... I'm sorry, I didn't start running Gen Con. I started running the Nero game at Gen Con when I was 16? 17?
Your parents let you go to cons?
Steve was 30. And, okay,
because my mom... Let me hold on.
Go.
My mom said that Magic was a gateway to devil worship. And
keep going, and then I got something.
Just like D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like D&D. So,
yeah. My mom said the same thing, and then my mom, very politely, and once again, nothing but respect to people who account for everyone else's feelings and emotions. My mother came to me and said, I am worried about what you are doing. I would like to sit in on one of your games.
Oh, really?
No. Dude, nothing but respect. I'm like, oh, do you want to play? Without missing me, no. I would like to sit in. So 10 minutes into the game, my mother stands up around some of my friends, some of which you guys know. John was my main player. My mother stands up and goes, I can't believe you guys just let him tell you what's going on, and walked away and never said anything again about D&D, Magic the Gathering, or anything but computer games. She had a huge... you know how parents are. Yeah. TV and computers, pointless waste of time.
Absolutely.
D&D, no problem anymore. So, hey, Nero was a problem.
When I got my first game job, my mom was so happy that all those years I played video games weren't to waste. Because
that's funny. Yeah. That's funny.
It's so true, though. It's so
absolutely
sad.
Yep.
But,
Isn't it?
You know, whatever.
John
you do.
here, John.
Anyway, but that is a true story. Oh dear.
Zurian, actually, there is a furry. Wow, I miss her so much. Susan Van Kamp. Susan Van Kamp is somebody who we have multiple pieces of art in this house from. She was probably my first real furry commission, like something I paid money for. And I later found out that she was the artist on multiple Magic the Gathering cards. And we became kind of like a bit of friends. And one day where I'm at, I think it was MFF, and she says, I think you'll appreciate this. Now, I don't believe she did the card. It was from somebody else. But it was a elven card from one of the first Magic the Gathering sets, maybe Portal or Alpha. But it is an elf with a nip slip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's half a nipple.
Really?
Drawn into the car. I still have it. It's downstairs.
Holy
and
shit.
Susan gave me that at the same time as she gave me the one Magic the Gathering card with ferrets in it, which was actually an homage to her friend's ferrets who had passed away at the same time that she got commissioned to draw a Magic the Gathering card that had to do with animals. So, yeah,
Aw, very
super
cool.
cute. Susan was amazing. I miss her so much.
That's cute.
Bit, I know you're not here, but Bit was also a huge fan of Susan. I miss you too, buddy.
Yes, Alejandro, we will break a table for John. Always. That is his claim to fame. Whenever he gets to a place, he just breaks a table.
So a little while ago, we were talking about LARPs. I try not to go into major LARPing stories because Xander, he was a part of one or two LARPing stories with me, but not many. He had a bad experience, unfortunately. Look, that's what happens when you've got 60 people in one location. They're not all going to be there for the enjoyment of others, and I'm still sorry about that.
That's okay.
I know.
Things happen.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of funny if you don't. Well, in hindsight.
In hindsight, it's funny, but at the time, I really wanted you to join me because that was like my only hobby. Well, I get it. I
got experience what racism's like.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So, I'm a blue drake, and
if you don't know, his persona is a blue dragon.
Yeah, I'm a blue dragon, and I made a blue drake character. Nobody told me they were at war with blue drakes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm walking around as blue drakes, and everyone's being suspicious and treating me like shit.
Yep.
And I had no idea why.
Now, a few of them did come up to you out of game and apologize.
I know.
Right? Good. Okay. See.
I know.
Yeah. No. And the worst part is, so I would have warned him against this, but I played Nero Chicago, but I ran. I was on plot.
Honestly,
I ran the game. So we went to Nero Midwest. I had no idea they were at war with the Drakes.
Yeah. In hindsight, it's a really interesting story.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, because holy shit, that sucked. Wow. Anyway.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Anywho,
I always felt bad about that.
Shit happens, man.
Magic Boozy is quiet because, unless I am mistaken, Boozy is still at work. If he's not at work, he's probably driving home right now. So it was very kind of him to stop in either way.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, go to hell, you fucking blue scaly piece of shit. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this in game. I'm like, okay.
Diana! He's not just always pooping. Sometimes he's lawyering.
Oh, good times. Oh, what else we gotta talk about? We got all this stuff. We have stuff to do. If you want.
We have stuff to do. Oh, we should do questions.
Yeah.
All right. If you join our Patreon, you can become a question master. So let's just get this out there right now. First off, I just want to apologize to everyone. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A coworker, I work with a group of 6 people at my job. One of them recently had a stroke. We are down to 5 people. We are all covering for him, and by doing that, we are hoping that we can delay bringing in his replacement to the point where maybe, just maybe, he gets well enough to come back to work. That also means that my job has been keeping me for an ungodly amount of hours. I am so sorry for the lack of content. This is not an excuse. I'm telling you what happened. But from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. You have no idea how much what we are doing right now means to us and how much we care about all of you. Thank you for being here. We're going to try. We are going to try as hard as we can to get more stuff out there. Right now, my life consists of sleep and work, and I'm sorry about that. There's the project that we've alluded to multiple times that we will announce eventually that Xander is doing. We're just low on time, and we're so sorry, but we're going to try. Yeah. So that is why we haven't been doing anything lately. But for those of you on our Patreon, for those of you who do subscribe, this means the world to us. Thank you for sticking with us, and we will make this up to you. It is our goal to make sure that you guys are, seriously, we do this for you. It means the world to us. Thanks. So without further ado, Patreon at a certain level. Do you know what level? I don't remember anymore.
10,
sure.
Yes.
Can become a question master, which means that you can ask a question and we must answer it.
Yes.
So, Xander, bring up the questions. Everything just went dead.
Yeah, you know your fucking screen, how that works. On the top.
Wheat Thins.
Are we at the point? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
Wheat Thins, we're coming back to yours. That is That is a huge question.
I can answer it relatively okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to start with that.
All right, fine, we'll come back to it.
Shook and
If you remember-
Flash.
If you remember too.
We
Okay.
will. No, we will.
All right.
Shook and Flash, what new habits, hobbies have you picked up during these trying times? Shook and I feel terrible. The thing that I had a goal. If you guys watch CGP Grey? Thank you. If you guys watch CGP Grey, he had an amazing video recently that changed the way I looked at New Year's resolutions. And it wasn't make a resolution, it was create a theme. So instead of saying, I am going to do X, I have created a COVID theme. And my theme is cooking.
Nice.
I have decided to try to become better at baking and cooking during the COVID crisis. And at this point, I have tried multiple new meals. When I feel that a meal is up to my standards, I try to record it and give you guys a recipe. That's actually the origins of Cooking with Alkali. If I go above and beyond, we go to Xander's version of the show, which, Xander, you want to tell them what that's called?
Throwing shit together with
No.
Xander? What?
No, when I do something, if I made the cardamom cake, what would that be?
Ordering pizza instead?
What's the name of our other show that we haven't done yet? The Decadent Bitch!
The Decadent Bitch!
I sometimes make things that I try, they're a little bit higher end, and Xander has been yelling the Decadent Bitch at me. Bitch! So sooner or later we're going to put out an episode of the Decadent Bitch, which is specifically for the Irish stuff. But that's my theme, and honestly, I know you're never going to see this, but CGB Grey, dear God, that has helped me so much, just having a theme instead of trying to pigeonhole myself with, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I never lose 20 pounds.
Thank you so much, Tamoose. Thank you for subscribing.
Tamoose! Aww!
The Decadent Bitch! Yes.
Okay, you're going to... hold on. Now, what have you been doing? Yoshima, I'm going to answer your question next.
Yes.
No, same question to you.
What is new habits, hobbies that you've been picked up during these trying times? I
Yes.
mean, well, for me, it's mostly sticking to a schedule because I'm mostly working on my project, and honestly, yeah, just learning how to get a schedule that works with your life and being able to stick to it loosely, and like getting a schedule that is loose enough to actually be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
it is true.
You found a nice happy ground without the happy. You found a nice ground. You found ground.
I found ground.
Found dirt.
Yeah, I'll say.
Some dirt. We're trying. Honestly, everyone, just remember, it's the best you can do. You can only do the best you can do.
Actually, I have a answer for that. I've been doing Pomodoro technique things, which basically I'll do 20 minutes to work and come back and give myself a short break, and actually like doing a chore that I have to do, or going to the bathroom, just fucking stepping away for after a 20-minute like a session of work or whatever the heck I'm doing, and then coming back has been really useful. Also, just to prove I can do it, I will do one-offs of Rocket League because I used to be addicted to that.
Yep.
And it's a nice little brain cleaner.
I hate how much you got me into Rocket League.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
I'm sorry, 5-minute matches?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I do it. Like, I'll do a one-off and then quit.
Yeah.
And then, it's a nice little thing. And then you're like, oh yeah. Then your brain is erased and you can come back to your bullshit.
Somebody asked in the chat, and I saw the question before, but I missed it. I do apologize. You have just been turned into a were-rat. What do you do?
Eat all the cheese in the house.
Eat all the cheese. Okay, let's be honest. As much as I would like to say that I am the ultimate liberal, which I think I'm a pretty progressive liberal, I'm also got way too much fucking capitalist in me. I start doing porn.
Liberal and capitalist and now are basically on the same page.
God damn it.
Definitions change, man. I'm sorry.
No, they do. They absolutely do. To this day, I will always consider one of the most insightful episodes of South Park. I apologize for using this word. I don't like it either, but South Park nailed it. When when the motorcycle game came into town and the kids called them fags. The adults came to them and was like, how could you use the term fag? Your teacher is gay. He's like, yeah, he's gay. What are you talking about? We're talking about the fags. The changing, the episode is good, but the idea that they're trying to get across, the idea that words do change, that one actually hit me pretty hard. I was laughing the whole time, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Still don't think you should use that word that I just used twice, but I actually like the concept.
Yeah,
It's an unpopular opinion. I agree with that, but I do agree that words' meanings do change.
Yeah. I mean, it's a subtle homophobia to me, because to me, like, my first job I was in, we had the gay list, and that was everything in the game that had to be fixed.
That's horrible.
Exactly. It's the same concept, though. It is. Oh,
I don't know how to feel about
they're bad,
that.
therefore they're fags.
I might be in the wrong on this
It's okay. It's okay. It's a thing we grew up with.
I try not to use that as an excuse anymore.
My dad said, oh, look at those fagolas. He never said that ever again after I came out of the closet.
Awesome.
And he said that as oh, look at those bad people.
Yeah.
So it's a subtle thing, but it's very useful, and it's not by the people who use it, by whoever fucking did it.
What I think got me in it is that in the context of that episode, the children were supposed to be considered innocent. There was no hate. So. Right. So in the context but yeah, I do get what you're saying. Unfortunately, using that word would still have connotations. The CGP Grey video that he never continued, which I'm very disappointed in. He has episode 0 of his reservations with reservations. I believe that's what it was called, something like that. But he talks about Indian reservations. The entire first video is him going to these reservations and finding out the proper word to call Native Americans. And unbelievably so, Native Americans are like, you have to call us Indians. Why? Because Native American is too inclusive. It includes everyone from South America, North America, people who we are not talking about in this sense. Is Indian the right word? No, but it's the word we're given and we are taking it. And that was mind-blowing to me.
Word wars are crazy.
Words mean so much.
They do. They're word wars. That's the thing, is once you notice people start arguing over the definitions, you realize people start getting slippery about what they're... Anyway, let's go back to happy things.
Yeah. Pop Sins, I do apologize.
Yes, thank you for
the thank you. And sorry your YouTube chat broke up. And Khmer, yes, I agree. South Park to me is very hit or miss. I actually am not the biggest fan of Trey Park and Max Stone's politics, but I am a fan of their comedy and the way that they present things. They're brilliant.
I will forever laugh at some of their episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Very funny, and I love the movie. It was fantastic. That said, art from the artist, but
Great Foxen, thank you for the info. I did not know that. Appreciate it.
What was I gonna say? It's gone now. It's gone forever.
All right, back to the question.
My bad.
Oh, hold on, Gunsmith. Thank you. Hold on.
Oof.
I'm going to start my own coverage for news that forgot.
Okay.
Gunsmith. Congratulations, best of luck, and my only piece of advice to you is the person who is going to tell you where you stand financially should be able to tell you the truth. If you can get past that, you can run a company. I mean it. Your financial director needs to be able to tell you hard truths. Go back to the questions.
Okay,
best of luck, Gunsmith.
Thank
Seriously.
you. Yeah, good luck. All right, here we go.
Turkle.
Takel.
In honor of Tuca and Bertie. I love Tuca and Bertie.
We watched
amazing.
it. We watched the whole thing.
What's your favorite burb?
Mine is cockatiel, because I had a couple growing up.
You had oh, that's right. I forgot you had cockatiels.
Yeah, they're adorable. Simon and Spike. Simon named after Simon Belmont because I liked Castlevania at the time.
Nice.
And Spike, I don't know, because of the hair.
Oh, you named them both?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But your brother didn't have a say?
I guess not. I don't think he cared enough about him, honestly. But anyway.
I'm glad you named him Belmont. I can't believe how much I love Castlevania on Netflix.
Oh, absolutely.
I shouldn't. It's just the fight scenes. The characters are a little shallow, but it makes up for it. It's actually a pretty good show. It's just a pretty good shallow show, and sometimes I'm okay with that. I really enjoy it.
They knock it out of the park for the conclusions to the
Unreal.
seasons.
Unreal.
They have great action scenes.
Yep.
Holy shit, they are well thought out and well played out. They have some very pretty moments. It's a fun watch.
It's a super fun watch. Actually, it's really funny. A friend of ours, Fox, he and I started watching from the beginning Castlevania, and we stopped in agreement that we will continue when we're back together. So probably a year from now, he stopped the episode before the season 1 fan service jerk off. Dude. I didn't even play that much Castlevania, but Netflix, I believe it's the second to last episode of season 1, just was like, hey, did you play any Castlevania? Here you go! Are you enjoying it? Yeah, you are. Fucking hell. What an episode.
Did you mention what your favorite bird was, or no? I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a favorite bird.
Whatever comes out. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about
the vulture that shit in the child?
Okay, a vulture that shits a child is your favorite bird. It was
amazing.
What are you talking about?
We were at not Brookfield Zoo. What's the other Chicago zoo? It's Brookfield and. We have a smaller zoo here in Chicagoland area, and I can't remember.
Brookfield.
There's a second one. There's a second zoo out here.
I actually don't know. Okay, sorry.
So it's okay. So we have a second zoo, and they have a giant cage with a true vulture. We're talking about something that is unless you've seen a condor, probably, depending on where you live, especially if you live in Chicago, the biggest bird you've ever seen. And this thing is literally standing in the middle of the cage, 10 feet away from any obstruction. And it is looking gorgeous, and its wings fan out, and it leans in, and it projectile shit out of the cage onto a toddler who giggled. And that was my favorite experience at a zoo.
That's amazing.
His mother screamed, but the child was just like a pig in shit.
That's usually what they do when they shit. They just like let the wings go out and because you can't shit on your wings, obviously. You don't want to shit on your wings.
Alejandro, what are you talking about?
Huh? What?
One of the animators from Castlevania watched your cooking with Alkali video. Thank you, Bill. Bill says Lincoln Park Zoo. He's right. Lincoln Park Zoo.
I thought it was Lincoln Park Zoo.
Yeah, the band. They have a zoo.
Yeah. They just scream about it's
a depressed zoo.
It's a depressed zoo. Everyone's just standing around talking about
depressed
about not fitting in society and
stuff like
that.
The normal shit. I'm drinking some of your margarita.
I will hit that. Don't worry.
I'm out. I need more margarita.
That's fair. Yeah, cockatiels are tiny.
Gray Foxen, thank you so much for the info. I love CGP Gray.
Yes, I will. Let's go to the next question.
Quack Quack Honk, you did vulture art and no one wanted it? That's just wrong.
Regda, another burp. Go ahead and read the question for me.
If you had a choice of any voice actor to vocalize your Sona in a cartoon, who would you have to voice you? We're going to immediately knock out Tony J. Tony J is hands down our favorite voice actor. Rest in peace. So we're going to say you can't just say Tony J.
Guys, who do you think who do you think's going to play? Actually,
shut up.
Who do you think's going to play Alkali? And me. And maybe we should let them answer first before we answer ourselves. Do you think that's a good idea or no?
Are you saying that because both... I think I know what you are referring to.
Everybody says who you should be, so I think that's too easy. Who do you think I should be?
Who do you think you should be voice as?
Yes.
Damn.
Who should voice me? Who sounds gay enough?
Damn.
Probably Steve Buscemi. He kind of has a good voice.
I love Buscemi.
Yeah.
Oh my god, speaking of Buscemi, well, you guys... Alejandro, that is super kind of you. Thank you, dude. He showed Patrick Stender the risotto video. Patrick is the animator on...
Thank you so much.
That's insanely nice of you. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Alejandro. That's amazing.
Okay, so you're voice actor? That's what I need to pick out? Man. I almost want to say the secondary character from... oh my god, Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
The
nerd.
Oh, Andy Samberg?
No, the nerd. not Sandberg. His friend. I don't know the guy's name.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
I do know
everything about him. Like,
Yes.
I just want to get to know that guy, and I think he could voice you really well.
Everyone's gonna say you sound like Ray Romano.
Yeah, I know I sound like Ray Romano. Actually, sometimes when if I keep going so that the gravelly comes back, apparently I sound like Ray Romano's older brother in Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, he's got a deeper voice than you.
It's only when I get the gravelly back that I don't have to work in the pit anymore, so that doesn't happen until I've like really used my voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know, Pup Sins, I know.
Oh,
Bernie, I am nowhere near the level to be voiced by James Earl Jones. It's crazy that you say that. So, we have a rule. Television shows may be amazing, but sometimes there's just too many in a series for us to watch the whole thing. So we have a rule that we can show each other the best of. Lately, we've been watching Star Trek: The Next Generation, the best of episodes. Mm-hmm. We found a list of 25. We're on like 12.
Yes.
It's taken us like a year.
Oh.
But before that, we did Simpsons, and to me, one of the top 5 episodes is the original Treehouse of Terror, because James Earl Jones doing a semi-comedic rendition of The Raven is breathtaking, and that is what The Simpsons is missing now.
If you go to dragonshow.com, by the way, thanks to everyone for showing up again. We have... Again, 46 and 13 watching. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
On dragonshow.com, we have videos we can't put on YouTube, and on there we put I put First Squared Saturday morning cartoons. So if you ever want to zone out and watch some bullshit in the background, fantastic for that.
Yes.
Yeah. My most recent one.
If you like fizzy cherry cola,
yes,
and are just looking to veg for a night,
for 2 hours.
For 2 hours, I cannot recommend enough Xander's Saturday morning cartoons over the years from First Squared. This is not a secret. It's just not something we talk about, so we'll just announce it here. The idea between Saturday morning cartoons was what we would watch while enjoying fizzy cherry cola. Because, look, we're very aware that some of you guys do something that Dragger calls wake and bake.
Yeah.
Every year at First Squared, we say we're going to take the survey of the people in the Saturday morning cartoons. How many of you toked up this morning? Because I took a survey once just asking random people in the room. I was at 60% of the people that I asked were high watching our cartoons. So, hey, dude, whatever you guys, that's awesome.
Dude, I try to keep the cartoons to 20 minutes tops. And then, like, bullshit between. There's all sorts of weird stuff. I love it. I enjoy showing people weird things.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And anyways, and I put Treehouse of Horror, The Raven, that came up because of 2017 I found recently in one of my hard drives.
That's right.
The Saturday morning cartoons for 2017 I found. I believe we have 3 up there from last year, from 2017, for something else. But go check those out. They're fun.
Could you tell Pupsins again where they can find them?
Oh, dragonshow.com, and then on the top of the site there says videos we can't put on YouTube, and then they're on Vimeo because Vimeo don't give a shit.
Skylar, you already knew that. You just had to read the first letter of every sentence of the thing that we sent you guys.
Oh.
See? It's your fault, not ours.
Oh my god. Wait, what was Big Betty saying? Not me, what? I don't even know. Okay.
Oh!
Huh?
Carmere, that's a classic when Mr. Burns runs for mayor with Blinky, the three-eyed fish.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great episode.
Hooah.
All right, back to the questions.
All
I forgot
right.
what was that question?
It was...
Oh, who would you have to voice you? So I guess I'm either Raymond or his older brother from Everybody Loves Raymond. Bernie actually said that you should be voiced by James Earl Jones, and I agree. I want him to say anyway constantly. Anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking work. Alright, that works. Alright. Moving on. Sarathan!
Hey, Sarathan! Oh boy, he's got a hypothetical. Here we go. Sarathan, you're amazing. It's 1,000 years in the future, and future civilization has found your presence and believes that you are worshipped as deities. What domains do you believe they would give you? Okay, so a domain would be in D&D how Like, one god is the god of war, another god is the god of the sun, and another god is the god of laughter, and one god is the god of travel. So that's what he means by domain. Sorry, he doesn't play D&D as much as I do.
That's fair.
Zeus for lightning. Zeus is the god of lightning. Okay, so what is your god and what is your domain? Or what is your domain?
Tortilla chips?
You can't just have a tortilla chip domain.
I mean, come on.
Although I do like the idea of like, wing, tortilla chip, wing. I am not in charge of salsa.
And everyone in my domain has hypertension because there's too much salt.
So
Everyone's salty.
You are so salty.
Yeah.
So salty.
So salty. What about, wait, what would be your domain?
Chaos
Chaos domain.
Yeah, I'd like to go with chaos.
You're the chaos
I
guy.
do like my chaos.
For me, it would be... fuck. I guess fuck.
The domain of fuck?
Domain of fuck. For everything that entails. Sex and just frustration. The domain of fuck. Welcome to the domain of fuck. What?
Miko says it's definitely just tortilla chips.
Miko gets it. Hey, look, an Apple software update came out for no reason. Fuck off, Apple.
Oh,
Jesus
Apple.
Christ.
You're filled with worms.
I agree. Pretty true.
Sheepy says their domain is the harvest. They offer onions.
What was our favorite character we just remembered again?
What favorite character?
Computer homeless inventor. Steve Jobless. Okay, sorry.
I love Steve Jobless.
I love Steve Jobless.
Steve Jobless is amazing. He doesn't have a job.
What was Steve Jobless's inventions? The ham thing?
Yeah, well, he was inventing ham radios made out of actual ham.
Yes.
Because look, if you're homeless, Crocus ham is everywhere. And everything has an electrical charge if you know how to get it out. Actual ham radios.
The antenna has to be made of bacon.
You are a monster.
What?
How do you not eat your radio?
It's for the frequency. You have to bake bacon, otherwise it won't work. Ham doesn't work. It's not curated. It's the right temperature. In other words, that sound like cooking.
Sorry, did you just say curated was a cooking term?
Yes.
You're doing great.
You cure things, and then you sauce things, and you roux things, and you bake.
Come here, hedonism? Okay, every time I see the word hedonism, all I can think of is hedonism bot.
Ah, yes.
And if you're not aware of this is a real thing. If you go back and look at the interviews with the Futurama crew, they ask, why did they choose what I consider to be one of the greatest episodes of Futurama, the opera episode of Futurama, was their final episode. That was what could have been the last episode of Futurama ever, because that was the last episode of Season 4 before they took the long break and went into the movies and got re-signed.
Yes.
So that is the episode, and if you find an interview, they ask, why did you pick that episode? And one of the creators said, it's a ship in a bottle episode. Every main character is in it, and he's right. Every main character has a role to play in that episode. But as the interview goes on, they finally reveal it. Apparently, the reason they chose the opera episode as the final possible episode of Futurama was because it had Hedonism Bot. And everyone who wrote for Futurama loved Hedonism Bot.
It's wonderful. It's the best.
Hedonism Bot is amazing.
A robot is made to be served. Is meant to better humanity, and yet its only function is to enjoy the best of life.
Jumbie, the chocolate icing! Are you ready? You ready to get a copyright strike?
Yeah.
Destiny has cheated me for making me decide upon the woman that I idolize or the hands of an automaton. Without these hands I can't complete the song that was captivating her. But if I lose and she marries him, then he probably won't want me dating her. I adore Futurama. It's probably the only show that in my mind actually eclipsed Simpsons. Futurama was Matt Groening's, that was everything that he wanted to do. And then unfortunately, and don't get me wrong, I still loved it. I love Enchanted. It didn't catch me like those two did. It's fun, but Robot Devil is phenomenal.
We have more questions to go through. We should go.
Right.
Okay. Remind me to come back to TNG because I want to say something.
Oh, I love TNG.
Yes.
Dr. Larks, what is your favorite? Thank you, Dr. Larks. What is your favorite D&D monster? You go first because you fought some.
Beholder. I mean, come on.
You do like the Beholder,
It's
huh?
pretty iconic.
It is.
Iconic. Oh! Sorry, guys. Sorry, that was weird.
Sorry, that's a thing. Just nod and smile. Just nod and smile.
We have a character when we play a hoity-toity guy who's overwhelmed by their own superiority, and they go. Okay, sorry. So that's the thing. What was the question? Jesus Christ.
Favorite D&D monster?
Yes. What's yours?
I have one, and it's because of Nero that I will always hold a special place in my heart for the Worm Who Walks. The Worm Who Walks is a D&D monster from 3.5 from the Epic Level Handbook. And what the Worm Who Walks is a wizard. A wizard who has decided that they don't want to go into lichdom because do not forget, part of becoming a lich as a wizard, not as a cleric, as a wizard, is you do need to make a deal with a deity, which means that when you are done, when you are finally killed, be it a day from the day that you become a lich or multiple centuries, you are going to their domain, you are going to the equivalency of hell. There's a way around that, and that is the Worm Who Walks, this ridiculous, possibly working ritual where you kill yourself with all of your spells in memory, have your friend bury you with multiple vermin inside the case. They devour you, and after 2 weeks, you have the equivalency of a 30% chance of raising, 30% chance plus how many 9th level spells you had in memory when you died, which is why you die with all of your spells, to rise as a Worm Who Walks. And all a Worm Who Walks is a single insect. One minuscule, tiny insect, but that insect can control all the vermin around him, control them to a point where they become a single mass, a single entity, a single body, and you can mask yourself, put yourself in clothes, wear gloves, because think about it, how many gnats have you seen? These tiny, you are a fluid entity, and that to me created a character in Nero called the Lord of Worms, who was a actual time, I believe, and somebody will probably correct me, 6 years of Nero, this character existed up into his final encounter with Asperian, where they buried him under a tree, and his essence became part of a tree to redeem him. To this day, the Worm Who Walks will always hold a special place in my heart. Just the description of it triggered something in me, and it made one of my favorite Nero villains that I ever got to play.
Very cool.
I love the Worm Who Walks.
That's really cool. Dragger mentioned Bodak. Is that like Bojack?
Oh, no, Bodaks are amazing.
Bodak Horseman?
No, not Bodak Horseman.
Aw. Okay. That's really cool, though. Lord
Erner,
I'm glad you had
yes.
that.
It is a very magical Oogie Boogie. I love Oogie Boogie.
The Oogie Boogie. You're right. It is the Oogie Boogie.
It is 100% a very.
Shit.
It is a high-level magical Oogie
Yeah.
Boogie. Because don't forget, how the hell do you kill a monster where if he's in a really bad spot, can literally just turn into a pile of bugs with piles of bugs on top of him while he digs into the ground?
I think they did
He's
that
only one bug.
I think they only did that on the Tick as well. They had a bunch of ants together.
They did that on Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Million ants.
In a trench coat? Anyway, that's interesting. Oh! What's the next question?
Sheepy, yes, there have been good aligned liches because a cleric can become a lich by simply asking their god. A wizard has to use a formal ritual to meet with a god who will give them the power needed to survive the survive the transformation to a lich. A cleric can go to their god, and with a good enough reason, they can be brought back as a lich. One of the greatest examples, and I wish I could remember their name, but there is a hand that is located at the end of time. The hand, each knuckle is a gem, and each of those gems is enough souls to keep that hand going. Now, that hand is simply at a book, writing forever, and this hand has one goal, and that is to take every magic spell, every piece of magic in the universe, and put it into their library. And if you get that hand's book, it is the most powerful magic tome in existence. It will let you do any spell by thinking of it and opening the book. It'll always go to that page. And every once in a while, that hand, that lich, will put out that book for the good of the world. That is a good aligned lich. Yes, you can have a good aligned lich. I will stop talking about D&D now. I am a huge D&D nerd. We'll go on to the next question.
All right, Zima the Wolf asks, what are your favorite ways to put a new spin on a dish? Double the butter does not count.
Triple the butter.
No more guess I'll eat butter. I swear to God. Holy shit. Anyway, what's your favorite way to...
All right.
I mean, for me, it's just add spice. That's what I do to everything that I... not so much don't like, but it makes things better for me a lot of times. I like to make things spicy. I don't know. What about you?
I'm trying to think.
What's your favorite way to make a dish more interesting?
This is a weird one. Depending on what the dish is.
Oh,
So
that
a
makes sense.
pasta would not work.
Yeah.
Nothing with carbs would work. The best way I found, and I've done this 3 or 4 times, to enhance a dish is to make a flavored hot water crust and turn it into a traditional meat/medieval pie. Hot water crust is flour, water, and lard. It is a pie crust that is so dense that if you make it right, liquid won't escape it. So you can actually seal everything in, seal in the juices. As it cooks, you seal in all of the steam. It all stays inside the hot water crust while still baking this amazingly flaky crust. And it keeps everything together. I've done it a few times. You actually had one when I made the paizola.
Ah, yes.
Which was ground chicken, ground pepperoni,
I do remember that.
pepperoni chunks, fresh mozzarella.
That was great.
A marinara sauce, which was like heavy Italian style, all inside a hot water crust, brushed with olive oil and more tomato sauce, and then a Parmesan cheese put on top at the last 15 minutes to burn and turn that into a crispy crust. So that's what I do. I make it more carb heavy.
That reminded me of what we used to get every once in a while at Aurelio's Pizza, was a pizza calabrese. Did you ever get that?
I don't think I ever got that.
It was like a pie pizza. It was like a pizza with a crust, and it was just like, it had an overlong... It was like a pie pizza.
I would eat that.
It was insane. It was
Alejandro,
like a pizza.
The
basically.
spice must flow.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Tyro.
Hi, Tyro.
What was the final battle in each of your lives? We don't know yet.
I mean, I guess choosing the job I'm in right now, I lost.
Ugh, that's grim. I mean, hopefully that's not the final story. Hopefully that's not the end of your story and what dooms you, but I mean...
I think all of it... That's the thing about jobs. There's not a single person out there who can't rightfully so tell you a part of their job that is harder than anyone else's job. Like, yeah, I have difficult parts of my job, but I also don't have to deal with a drunk woman walking into your store trying to order something that doesn't exist on your menu without wearing a mask while throwing cats at you. That's not something I have to deal with, but other people do. No, everyone has a difficult part to their job, so fuck that. Capitalism is awful. I'm going to drink tequila.
I'm glad that you're getting those very subtle hints about your real politics, Alkali. I appreciate it.
Love you too.
Good times. Oh, what's the final battle of my life? I don't know. I'll probably like fight fucking Lavos when I have my little heart attack trip that you're supposed to have. I'll probably like see Lavos, and that'll be it. All right, sorry. Gray Foxen. How many foxes can fit in a box if con security isn't around to catch them?
Infinite amount of foxes can fit into a box because foxes exist under Tetris rules. If enough of them are in a place, but they all fit perfectly, they just disappear and go into outer space. That's how foxes and otters exist.
You're misusing your fox, though. You need one fox for infinite space.
Oh,
you see how that works?
Okay, so all the foxes in a fox.
That's economics. You have infinite space inside one fox.
Foxception.
Yes. You understand? You know where I'm going.
Now I know where we're going.
So, limited foxes, infinite foxhole space.
Okay, limited foxes,
See,
infinite
Gray
foxhole.
gets it.
Thank you, Gray Foxes.
All right.
Foxes are a liquid, I agree.
All right, Dr. Larks, what is Alkali's favorite hiding spot?
Dr. Larks, I hide in plain sight.
It is... hiding... Yep, that's pretty true.
I've always hidden in plain sight.
Oh, you fucking... You... What do you call it? What's the Lord of...
The Lord of Lies?
Yeah!
That would be Vecna.
No, I was thinking from Game of Thrones.
Oh, Varys.
Yeah.
Love Varys.
I was thinking more so Varys. He's a very hide in plain sight kind of
I
guy.
loved Varys.
Everybody knows he's up to things, but they don't know how, and they can't prove it. You know?
Varys was an amazing character. Actually, I have a character at Nero that I've played for years that 100% is the ends justify the means, but is a good character because I can play something like that because it's a fantasy game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't agree with that in real life, but it's an interesting concept.
Sure.
So I played that character for a very long time, and being a good guy who was willing to do anything to make good happen was an ethical nightmare, and I loved it.
Varys is one of my favorite characters.
Varys was amazing. Varys is... once again, in the shows, Varys is amazing.
Sure.
In the book, and this is one of the very few times that I'll just be gung-ho, oh my god, the book. But when it comes to Varys, when it comes to a character that disappears in book 3 and comes back for a single chapter in a different book, to such an extent that you're losing your mind, one of the greatest literary characters out there, Lord Varys.
Nice. All right. We have...
Hello, Dreamer. We have one last one.
Yes. How are we at the point...
Yep.
It's okay to not be okay is the question from Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Oh, boy.
Here's the short answer. Yes, it is. Do your best, man. It sucks, but we're all in this together, man. It is okay to not be okay.
Wheat Thins, it's not okay right now. Nothing is okay right now. He and I have very, very good understandings. There are some times when I'm peopled out. I love this man with all my heart, but some nights when I come home, I can look him in the eye and say, I am going to sit alone in my office. I can't. And he understands.
Sometimes actually, and I've run into this too, sometimes you think you are, like, all the problems in your life are here and there, and the truth is, the world is crazy right now. You forget that part, and you discount sometimes how the world affects your brain.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm actually stressed out of my mind right now. And I'm not thinking straight. And sometimes you have to take a step back from yourself. Just take a fucking breather. I've been doing meditation for 15 minutes a day. Every once in a while, it's basically, here's meditation. This is the fucking idiot's version. Just pay attention to your breath, and if you think about something else, forgive yourself for it, let it go, and then go back to paying attention to your breath. All meditation is being present. That's all it is, because happiness is being present, not thinking what happened before you, and what is happening in the future is enjoying right now. That is why meditation is a lot like doing LSD or doing mushrooms, is because it's all about being present. So there's Xander's drug club fucking rant there. Anyway, there you go.
And on the other side of it, and we're not saying go do acid.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. If you have a trip sitter and they know what they are doing, look, we're not going to lie. We're not going to be those guys. If you're going to do a drug, all we say is do it safe. Dear God, just be safe.
Yeah.
And look into it beforehand. If you look up heroin and you still think it's a good idea to do it, You're too dumb to do drugs.
Oh no!
Don't do heroin.
Don't do heroin.
Just be safe at all times. Seriously, have a trip sitter. No one that I know has ever done anything without a trip sitter. That is a rule in our group. For the love of God, guys, just be safe. But when it comes down to it, is it okay to not be okay? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You've got to deal with your own shit, and sometimes you just need time. But all I can say is just remember one thing. There is no time in your life where it won't get better. And that is because when you're at a high point, you're not thinking like this. But when you're at a low point, that's when you start thinking that this is the worst it can get and it's never going to change, and that is not the case. It will always get better. But that takes time and that takes you. And if you're not going to work on yourself, if you're not going to take the time to say to yourself that I'm not okay and you need your own time, then you're right. It's going to be a rough ride. It will get better. It's all we can tell you. Really.
Layla, my favorite Pokemon is Dragonite because it's a dragon with a fucking purse. Alkali, quick answer?
The one that's a mushroom. There's a mushroom Pokemon.
Oh, it's a fun guy.
Yeah, it's a very fun guy.
Absolutely.
They're
always sporing around.
I saw it recently. That was good.
That's not even a thing.
That doesn't matter.
That was
doesn't
bad.
matter. That's why it was good.
That fucker's sporing around. Holy shit. Thank you, Tyro. Oh, Jesus Christ, no, Tyro.
Sorry about that, Layla. I had seen your questions, my bad. I also seen a few other people. They're saying that questions got submitted after we downloaded this. Do you have a way to look?
I looked right before we went live, guys. I'm sorry.
So that's okay. Whoever just said that, post your questions in the chat and start them with, this is a question you missed. If I see that, I will answer the question.
Tell you what, I'll look it up real quick. And
oh, you can? Okay.
In the meantime, I wanted to say something. We've been watching Star Trek The Next Generation recently.
So good.
And one of the recent things I've been enjoying was Data's trial to see whether or not he's human or a living being.
A living being. Yes. To see if he has rights as a living being or if he's a toaster.
So my favorite part is like Picard's initial. This is Picard's initial defense. He's like, "Here's my friend, Data. Here are all the medals he has gotten. Here is his former friend Tasha Yar." So basically, he's just like, "You don't think my friend Data's human? Look at all these fucking medals, and he got his dick wet. Oh yeah, high five.
Human.
Yeah, human." Fucking frat boy Picard, like, would a human not get his dick wet and get all these fucking medals? Robot can't do that shit. High five, Data.
Oh yeah.
Beta Alpha Next Generation. What is that, Omega? I don't even know.
Sounds about right.
Sure. I'm gonna go to posts.
All right, so let's see.
That was
if
fun,
anyone.
Yeah. Question Masters. And that is Erner and Pupsins.
Okay, we do have a few more. Okay, so we have a few more questions. Wow.
From Pupsins, what are you looking forward to about First Square 2021 going digital? Is there something you want to do? Oh boy.
Or something you hope somebody else does that is only possible at an online con. Honestly, you just answered your own question. We are First Square. First Squared came about with one very specific idea when we had our first meeting, and that is throw out every idea that you had about a con. How do we want to run a very large party? That is what the furry community, to me, was when I first joined. Mm-hmm. You would go to bowling, you would go to these meets, but at the end of the day, it was a big, semi-structured party. Mm-hmm. And that idea carried us through the first few years of First Squared. Mm-hmm. So how are we looking at First Squared, the online event? That is, how do we get the feeling back that we are a community who has gathered together to celebrate, honestly, ourselves, to celebrate the furry community, the art, the performances, the wonderful people that have joined us all together. And that's what I'm most looking forward to, is seeing how our amazing programming team, our unreal operations team, who is making sure that everyone else can do their jobs, Dragor, who's keeping everyone on track. Guys, like, running a convention is one of the most amazing things in the world, because you get to watch everyone come together and as a group say, how do we make this community better? And I am so glad that I walked away from the convention chairman position. Well, that was our goal, and Dragor and everyone else on staff has kept that alive, and it means the world to me. So I can't wait to see what happens. I cannot wait.
Honestly, guys, one thing we've always prided ourselves on the top from the beginning. We always knew we were never going to be the biggest, but we wanted people to say we tried our best to give a fun experience as best as we could, and that's always been our goal since we started doing this. Like, we always knew we weren't going to be the biggest one. We just want people to be like, hey, they fucking went all out and they tried to give us a good time this weekend.
We wanted people to enjoy themselves.
That's exactly what we're trying to do this time too. So we're gonna fucking go for it. Hopefully we accomplish those goals, and yeah,
that's the goal. I'll miss the hugs too. I agree.
Erner, your house is now haunted. How do you exorcise the ghost? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll put on more and make him do We Fit. There you go. There's a plug.
I think it's simple. I will light a bunch of incense and start chanting until the neighbors move away. Whenever the neighbors move away, I feel like the ghost did too.
Oh my God. It's all these margaritas are building up in me.
Go piss.
I need to.
I can tell.
But right now, you can hold down
Just
the fort until...
go piss.
Okay. Guys.
All right, Xander. All right, everyone. Old man Xander is gone. What do you want to talk about?
Oh boy. Alkali's got to talk. He never does that.
Love you too. Tyro, go ahead and post your question on the chat. We'll answer it from there. Shukin, the pea tree is only available at night. We do not urinate outside during the day. There are laws. Dreamer, that's the idea. We are trying to put it at, so that everybody can attend. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right. What country would you take over if you could easily and bloodlessly take over a body of land and its government? Tyro, that's far too easy. All I want is a small island that is within a 2-hour flight of a main body of land. Why? Because that island, we are going to build one giant hotel. It is going to take the scope of the exterior of the island. We're going to make it look haunted. So we're going to take the island, raise it up, cliff face. At the top of the cliff, circular, basically hotel style, multiple rooms. Giant courtyard in the middle, growing cannabis, because we're going to need that. That's not something we're just going to get from the mainland. And that's when we say, hey, furries, you want to live the rest of your lives as a convention? This is how we start the cult. Let's be honest. Our cult is just going to be a 24/7 furry convention for the rest of our natural lives, which will be about 20 minutes if we actually enact this plan.
Nothing wrong with a cult. Nothing wrong with a cult.
The recipe for the mac and cheese never... Wait, really? Pupson says the recipe for Alkali's mac and cheese isn't up.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry about
Pup,
that.
I'll look into that. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I thought
that's overlook on our part. Sorry,
my
dude.
bad. I could have sworn I got that up there. So, yeah, we'll check that out, and we'll get up there ASAP, if you will.
So, Sue Deer said, one giant bong. Sue, something magical happened recently.
Oh, dear.
I can't get into the story, but I can say this. Due to circumstances, I had to go to a park where we were meeting people. I had to meet a bunch of people at a park. Mm-hmm. And one of them is a glass blower. And that glass blower had an idea, and that is, why do hookahs have to use tobacco? And they made the Octobong, a 6-foot-tall ice bong with the bowl on top so that everything flowed through a 6-foot-tall chimney with ice to a basin which was airtight because of how he did the chamber and a little hatch for the underneath the ice and the water. The ice flowed into the bong basin at the bottom, and there were 8 spigots that were auto closing that would only open when you pulled. It would open a flap in the middle. It's the Octobong, and it's amazing, and I want one, and he won't make another one.
Aw, that's amazing.
It's so cool.
I want a Dr. Octopus bong. Make all my friends high with his mechanical arms. Just attached to my face. Get high, bitch!
At that point, you're just, there we go, just into the vein.
That's heroin, That's a different thing. You don't inject the weeds.
No,
yet.
you shouldn't inject the weeds.
Oh, that's fair. You should. Jesus Christ. Did you blow up another lake? Oh,
no, you can't prove it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Hey, Ben Stro, no problem. Don't worry about it, buddy.
What's that?
Now, Erner, we can't just keep performing the blood ritual. That's the worst part. You guys need to understand, in my job, one of the things I have to do is just money management. So when it comes down to it, I'm not an economist, but I do something akin to economist. And it did not take long to realize that the right thing to do is for all of us to get together, pool our money, live like socialists on an island, and smoke weed until we die. It's going to work, I promise.
Well, got a plan.
I can't believe people are still watching this. Honest to God, I cannot believe people are still watching this.
Well.
Autofox, yes, I have. So believe it or not, Autofox, I'm not actually joking right now. I am 100% a person who would believes that a large group of people getting together and combining resources can live better than individuals. So the island part may be a joke, but a large compound is not. And I actually found a lodge in Alaska that was made for, I believe, close to 100 people for $250,000. But it had one little caveat. 2 letters, which I can't remember anymore. 2 letters, and I didn't know what they meant, and I looked it up. It wasn't attached to any grid. The only way to get to this place was by plane. And I'm like, that's how we all get murdered. Wow. This is how the thing happens.
You know, you gotta make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs. Sometimes it's invaders to your island are the egg breakers.
No, I don't want pirates.
Oh, I somehow did that.
It happens. QQH, okay. Let me know when you would like to do that. I'll take care of you.
Sorry, Shukid, I don't even know what kind of an issue it was. I refreshed the chat by accident. Yes. Okay. Anyway. That is a thing that exists too. So.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that.
Okay, I just let you know.
No, I appreciate it.
Cool.
You know what time it is then?
What's that?
Shout outs! Shout outs! I wonder who is next.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shout outs! Shout outs! We
Something
do it to impress.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna read out 3 names. We are going to go insane. Shout outs! Shout outs! We are unprepared.
Guys who give us $5 a month, thank you so much. I got a chance to get the shout outs when we do them.
We put your name into a lotto, and then we do shout-outs. So our first shout-out is, please help me.
Kansha Kitsune.
Kansha Kasune.
Kansha.
Actually, related to the conch shell. So its original pronunciation before they came over to America was conch shell kitsune, which was a conch shell with 9 tails sticking out of it, which you would think would be very unreasonable. But as you know when you hold a shell up to your ear, you hear the ocean. This one's just like holding a fox up to your ear. You hear people screwing it. It's just constantly just all the time. So it's really good for voice acting for Naruto.
And subsequently, what happened because of that, when you put your hair into a shell and scrape out everything, that's called a concha, which is short for con shower.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's like a shower when you're at a con, but you don't have time for a shower. You just have you have time for a concha.
That's true.
Concha. You're like, hair's clean.
Better.
Yeah, concha.
Have a wonderful evening, Layla.
Sorry to
best of luck at work in the morning.
Bastardize your name, and thank you so much for the support. And yes,
our next shout out goes to Eddie the Weather Fox. Oh, Eddie the Weather Fox. Let's
Eddie
all
always
be honest.
keeps us up on the weather, just like David Lynch and his YouTube channel.
Absolutely, but he has a little weird way of doing it. Instead of using high front and low front, if it's a low front and he's just a little sad, and if it's a high front, he just smokes marijuana. So he just blows the smoke into the camera's area, and then as a fan, blow it back, and that causes rain in Africa. And Fur plays that song at Fur Squared constantly. I miss the rains because of Eddie Fox. See, works perfectly.
I thought he was just doing that to annoy everyone. Here I thought I was wrong.
You're totally wrong.
Oh,
apparently.
It's Eddie Fox. Okay, I understand.
Eddie, thank you
Eddie.
for making marijuana
play
rain.
Africa.
And playing Africa.
Yes.
And finally, our
New
final
Dark
shout
Cloud.
out. Oh, New Dark Cloud. See, there was this dark cloud over the world because of COVID. And all of a sudden, the Republicans were like, don't pay attention to that cloud. And they blew it away.
There's a
but
new
above
dark cloud.
there was a new dark cloud. It was just like, guys, COVID is still here. The Republicans were like, oh, fiddlesticks.
We're like, guys, there's a new dark cloud. People telling you that you have to wear your masks. They're trying to take away your freedom.
You know, God gave us beautiful lungs.
Your beautiful breathing system?
My beautiful breathing system.
Roll that beautiful breathing system. I want that to be a thing that happened in the trial. Oh, sorry. New Dark Cloud, thank you so much.
Guys, thank you so much to our shout outs. We love you all. Thank you to Kashi Kitsune, Eddie the Weather Fox, and New Dark Cloud. Guys, your support means everything.
I wish I got to play Dark Cloud 1 and 2 because they were supposed to be good games.
I'd never heard of them.
They're for PlayStation, that's why. See?
Tyro, New Dark Cloud is not the cloud server for the dark web. He gets the weed. He isn't the weed. That's not how anything works.
Oh, the dark web.
Well, it has been 2 hours. We were supposed to end at 5. It is 5:06.
Wait. What if in the next season of Beastars, who works on the dark web?
Who works on the dark web? I don't know.
Fucking spiders! Spiders work on the dark web, right? Spider furries?
Spider furries would work on the dark web.
Yeah, that'd be fucking fantastic if they were like hackers, an Elliot character.
Oh man!
Right?
Oh,
you already got the black
I
market.
love
Do the
this.
dark web. Do the dark web.
Remember there was a spider character in goddamn Star Wars Clone Wars. He was a master general. No, not like that. He was a master general, and the first time he showed up, he's like, yeah, he's stroking the big old mandibles. Yes, I will win by attacking full frontal. The second time he shows up, he's like missing a leg. Yes, this time I'll attack from the side. Third time he shows up, he's half metal. He's like, I don't have fuzz anymore. It's not fun to stroke my mandibles.
Hey. I appreciate the fucking perseverance, man. Maybe, I don't know if he learned from mistakes or what.
Yeah, I guess the learning from mistakes was just coming back to life as half a robot.
Oh,
poor Grievous. Like, at least Grievous did it on purpose. He's like, no, this will make me a better fighter. Replace this with, screw it. Just keep my heart. Like, you mean your brain? Nah, that's not how it works in this world.
Did he get rid of his heart because of, like...
No, he kept his heart. Yeah. General Grievous was
he's a
mainly...
Okay.
He is a Jedi fighter who started to upgrade his body to become a better Jedi fighter, got injured, and went the fucking whole 9 yards.
Oh, he's like the super neo-humanist kind of guy who like upgrades his until he's just basically his brain and his heart, right?
Yeah, and a few other things, but yes. And by the way, for those of you who are going to correct me, I know that is paraphrasing. That is not the whole thing. Correct, Shukin. Sith, not Jedi. Correct. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's basically what... he's a really cool character that did not get enough screen time. I actually loved Grievous.
Because Obi-Wan rode a Yoshi in the battle.
These things happen.
He was on a Yoshi. And he's like, nom. What? He was on a fucking Yoshi. That was a goddamn Yoshi. You tell me that wasn't a
That was a
fucking
Yoshi. Fine, it was a Yoshi.
He wore a fucking Yoshi, and he killed Grievous driving a fucking Yoshi.
Fine,
because
we got a
he's
Yoshi.
Like, I'm Obi-Wan. I'm driving a Yoshi, and you guys are all machines. How ironic! That was the entire story of that. You do tell me I'm wrong. Ew. Anyway.
Oh my God, Tyro, you're right!
Yeah. He jumped off the Yoshi to save himself. What a fucker!
About that.
What an asshole. He went through the tape too, and to get the stars, and he went in the castle and jerked off just like we just like Mario.
Erner, yes, you are correct. That is why he had the robe, the cybernetics installed, because he did not have the reflexes to go toe-to-toe with a actual Jedi with lightsabers. That's the cybernetics. Actually, one of the few people who all I want is for him to come back one last time. The person who has no lightsaber skill but stood toe-to-toe for even a few seconds to get a Jedi was goddamn Blueface. What was his name? God damn it. Cad Bane.
Blueface?
Oh, Cad Bane. I love him.
Who's Cad?
Cad Bane is the bounty hunter that, in my opinion, you can feel free to tell me I am wrong, and I understand why you think I am wrong.
Did he have a cool hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Cad Bane is significantly better than Boba Fett, simply because Boba Fett was amazing for what he was at the time, in the same way that the Emperor is amazing for what he was at the time. Back at, what was that, late 80s of Star Wars, right? Original Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Early 80s.
Is the early 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s.
It is 100% okay at that time to have the overarching villain show up and be, I'm a bad guy, and everyone went okay. That is the Emperor. The Emperor is just there, okay. When the new movies came out and we were all bitching about who's the new guy who sat on the chair and got murdered.
Are you talking about?
Ugly Sith guy. He gets killed.
Yeah.
It's because they had the exact same idea for him that they had for the Emperor. He is obviously evil. He is obviously in charge, and they're letting you fill in the blanks.
He looks like
Boba
Ross
Fett is
Perot.
the same. Yes, he did with a weird scar.
He does.
Boba Fett was the same thing, just cooler. They utilized him well. Cad Bane is what Boba Fett would be if it was written using today's standards, and I appreciate and love it for that. Cad Bane is probably my favorite Star Wars villain, and I really want him to come back. Thank you. Snoke was the bad guy's name.
Yes.
Eddie. Thank you.
Oh, good times. Holy shit. Nerding with Alkali.
Sorry.
That'll be a different panel.
Yeah, no, that's a whole video. Is just me going through Star Trek, Star Wars, and D&D.
Oh man,
how would you like to end it?
I don't know.
Or guys, why don't you tell us? Is there any topic you would like us to go into?
Quick fire kind of thing, guys.
Quick
what would
fire
you like
works.
to know? Like, give us some quick
questions
quick
or
answer
topics.
things. Thank you, Status, and as always, thank you for subscribing and following and all that kind of stuff. We're doing what we can right now. It's kind of hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything's appreciated. We're doing what we can.
Yeah. Electrical Ying, we are also surprised to be online. We literally found 3 hours today, and we miss this more than you could possibly imagine. So thank you. What video games are you looking forward to? We have been playing a lot of Mario Kart, which we always do. He has taught me Rocket League, which I am slowly falling for. But the video game I am most looking forward to is Cyberpunk 20 whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I really want my Cyberpunk game.
2077 or something like that? I don't know.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Bernie asks, chicken parm or cheesesteak? Cheesesteak all the way, buddy. I love my cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteak, definitely. I actually am not a fan of cheese and meat.
That's why I put it on everything.
As much as I say that, you put meat on a cheeseburger, so never mind.
Tyro, when is Dungeons and Dragons coming back? Unfortunately, buddy, you're going to have to give us some time. We have a bit of footage for it, but I absolutely refuse to put out 3 episodes and then make you guys wait for another year. Dungeons and Dragons will come back when I know I have the time to give you guys a season of Dungeons and Dragons and not a few episodes of Dungeons and Dragons. That is what is stopping that show right now. It is on me, and I apologize, but I truly believe this is the right way to do it. It's not going to help to give you 3 episodes that you have to remember a year from that day. Not happening.
That said, we are going to try to do some more random streams here and there with our friends or whenever we can, kind of thing. Just for fun, really, and obviously to give you guys stuff too for what you give us. Obviously, yeah, it's hard right now. You guys get it. It's fucking crazy right now.
Yeah. Whew. Magic, I have played Everybody is John. I loved it. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, I think the Jack in the Box. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had Jack in the Box.
Oh, Earner. Okay, we're going to finish off with Earners. What movies do you want to see? I miss the theater experience. Tyre, and before we answer that, we have played the Lovecraft game. I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to Lovecraft Country on HBO. Cannot wait for that to come out. Cannot fucking wait.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so what was it? What movie do you want to see?
I heard that a Lovecraft movie, the best unofficial Lovecraft movie is In the Mouth of Madness, which I've never seen. And that has Dr. Sam Beckett, who is...
Have we go on, Akira?
It's a Clive Barker movie. If you know Clive Barker...
That would be good.
He's crazy. He did They Live and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, the movie I'm looking forward to watching next, I have been planning on watching The Lighthouse because we're on the Lovecraft topic.
Right.
I want to watch The Lighthouse so bad. But what am I looking forward to seeing in the theater? Here's the thing. You guys can't see this, so... Doing this stream has caused another thing. Right now we have this background behind us. That is obviously a green screen. To make that work, we had to install a bunch of lights. We're in our garage right now. Dragor, Xander, and Miko realized that since we had these lights installed, they could download something called... What is that little icon that does this?
The
Hue
lights?
Yeah.
Hue lights. Yeah, the Hue lights.
Hue lights. So right now, our TV has surround sound in the garage and lights that react with the TV to give us a full experience. I'm not really big on theaters anymore because here we can smoke. So honestly, you know what I'm really looking forward to? Fizzy Cherry Cola and Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh. Nice.
There's nothing better. It is. I probably do that about once a year just because it's almost time. It's almost time.
Of course, of course. Got a few shout outs for Mouth of Madness. Nice to see that.
Nice.
What theater? Yeah, I'm with Alkali about the in here. Kind of. I do enjoy the theater experience. The last time I had a really good in theater experience is because of the 3D. I will still say that is a cool experience for certain movies.
Absolutely.
And one of the ones I had the best 3Ds. The only times I would say like this was like so much better than not just seeing the movie was the Sandra Bullock movie. Oh, it was in space with all the space junk flying around.
Oh my god, that was so good, Interstellar.
Yes. Wait, no, not Interstellar.
No, the other one. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
I was with Dragger when I saw it.
It's so good. I know what you're talking about.
Somebody can help me out. It's Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock in space. It was brilliant. It used 3D well.
Yes. Because
what was the last movie we saw in theaters? I think
Gravity.
I know. Gravity. Thank you, Dragor.
Just because it used the whole sense of space and things around
it
very well.
That's when 3D is good. When it's not the movie. When it increases your immersion in the movie.
Because if I remember, like the whole thing was like. It felt like one shot.
Yes.
They did that.
Yeah.
So it very much so felt that way.
I loved Gravity. That was good. I think the last movie we saw in theaters might have been Knives Out.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That was so good.
We did see
I think that was our last movie we saw in theaters.
It was. It was.
Tyro, unfortunately, that is the problem. I may love the Lovecraft style of writing, but I can say that because Lovecraft wrote a bunch of stuff and then other people picked up his style and went with it. Unfortunately, Lovecraft was a very racist person, and I hate how good he is at what he does because his stuff is amazing. But yeah, I agree. The rampant racism. I don't read a lot of traditional Lovecraft stuff. I read new Lovecraft stuff. So, Tyro, in answer your question, until Lovecraft Country comes out and I can judge it, I'm going to say if you are looking for a true Lovecraftian experience and you're not interested in just watching the movie that we were just talking about, which was In the Mountain of Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness, what you want to watch is Season 1 and only Season 1 of True Detective.
Ah, yes.
I have never seen anything that is more akin to Lovecraft. You are in a real world with real world problems, but you can tell that there's something else going on. It will never be explained to you because fuck you, you wouldn't understand it anyway. That's how Lovecraft works. It is so over your head that the confusion is part of the story, and Season 1 nailed that. Season 1 of True Detective is a masterpiece to me.
Did they try to go back to that for Season 3 or not?
I don't know if they went back for Season 3. I was so annoyed that Season 2 dropped that aspect that I never went back to the show.
That's fair.
Tyro, unfortunately, I haven't gone back to any audiobooks. It's just something that I loved. For me, Lovecraftian is table topping. That's where I get my Lovecraft out. John O. just watched Mouth of Madness last week, and they loved it.
Wonderful. Cool. Interesting.
Oh, here we go. Thank you. QQH. Charles Strauss does have a Lovecraft series that is awesome, and they recommend it.
Cool.
Charles Strauss.
The Lighthouse is also very much, I've heard it.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. That's with the guy from the Sparkle. The Sparkle Draculas.
Oh, really? That's him?
He's in there.
Oh.
But it's supposed to be very good. Him and Fight Me, Spider-Man. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I love William Dafoe.
Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe.
Cyril, I am a giant fan of the entire John Wick series. One, because it's actually a fight scene that is beautiful. I'm not a fan of action movies. I'm not. Mad Max Fury Road, an exception because of the way they worked the music into the movie, and once again, the way they tell a story. Mad Max Fury Road, when you break it down, is one of the most brilliant ways of having a fight, and John Wick exemplifies that. When John Wick builds a gun for a single shot in a museum, using the fact that a museum would fill in barrels, it is a beautiful movie with unbelievable world building that I appreciate.
There's good action and bad action, man. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yes.
When you grow up with John Woo and a lot of the things a lot of the directors that use action to figure out how they're telling the story.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. John Woo had a lot of great fucking ridiculous stereotypes that he had with doves and bullets everywhere. But the guy knew what he was doing as far as watch The Killer, fantastic movie, or what was the other one? Hard Boiled, I love.
Hard Boiled, yes.
Oh, so good.
What's the one you had me watch and we had so much fun? It was almost virtual reality, but we didn't have virtual reality. It was first person view.
Oh god, that's so fun.
It was so dumb and I loved it.
It's called
Hardcore Henry.
Yes.
Hardcore Henry was so dumb that we loved it.
Guys, it was meant to be a video game, and it just feels like it, and you laugh the entire time. Watch it with your friends.
Yes.
It's hysterical.
All right. It is almost 5:30. We were only supposed to go to 5.
Yes.
Everyone, before we go, if you have a moment, if you enjoy yourself, please don't forget, down below, click like and subscribe. It actually does a lot to help out what we're doing. And don't forget, if you subscribe, you will get notifications when we go live. Unfortunately, in the short term, we are going to be doing surprise casts and not a lot of scheduled casts. The reason being, at my job, I could be ready to walk out the door and they will tell me I have to stay. If something happens, I have to stay. We cannot do scheduled casts yet. We will try. We can't promise them.
Yeah, because otherwise we just have to cancel them. It'll be terrible.
It's the worst. We canceled one earlier this week because of my job. I'm sorry about that, but thank you.
Tyrone, no.
Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine.
This is America. We don't get overtime. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone, don't forget, we are, in fact, all in this together. Please wear your masks, educate yourself, listen to doctors, find a way to stay safe. We all need to come out of this on the other side, because when we do, you can't tell me that the year of conventions that are going to happen, the moment COVID is no longer as much of a thing, are not going to be the most epic moments in furry history. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Alkali.
I'm Xander.
Good night.
Mask up.
Mask up and it'll make you feel better.
That's right.
Mask up and you might be